Bro, the scream I just scrumped. I just feel like Spaces does not fuck with us.
For his crime. He will. Fuck Elon Musk. Somebody put the tweet
Oh
out
my
so
god.
we can get the people back.
Alright, I'm about to retweet it. This is so funny.
You motherfucking asshole ass. I'm about to be on my Tia camp. You pickle face, bitch, pasty ass, nasty nigga. I cannot stand
This
Yo.
Elon.
nigga is crazy.
I cannot stand you fucking fake ass South African fuck face ass nigga. Like, how dare he kick us off like that?
No, that was wild. That was really wild. I really can't believe him.
Zoe, I ain't gonna hold you. You seem very suspect. Like,
I
If
was literally like, I don't know, because I don't
if
even follow that
Zoe if
person.
Zoe had something to do with this, it's gonna be me and you, Zoe.
Zoe, I feel like you the op.
Zoe might be a op, yo.
Elon, you will pay for your crimes.
He
Jesus.
needs to, like,
This
immediately.
is this is ridiculous. It's almost like are y'all niggas really paying for this too? Like, be for real.
Niggas is paying for this
Are
shit,
you
bro.
guys really paying for this? You paying, how much is it? $3.99?
No, it's like
$8,
$12.
yeah, 8 9, yeah.
Yeah.
Should cost some money.
Alright, I'm
Yo,
about
my
to invite him and see what he's talking about.
okay. Oh
Oh,
Lord.
here we go.
It ain't gonna be nothing. Watch.
Yeah, what's up,
You can speak.
Zoe?
Thanks for letting me the space.
All right,
No
what's up, Zoe? What you
problem.
want?
Yeah, so I found your space and your title was Elon will pay, so it made me interested. So, what's the
Oh,
What would he say?
okay.
What would he say?
He saw Elon will pay and it made him join.
I'm from India. I'm from India, by the way.
I'm crying.
That shit. Oh my god. Nah.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god, he left.
He said, hold up. Yes, he will. Let me join this real quick.
I agree.
Let me chime in. Hold on. Let me raise my hand because I got something to say.
Yo.
Damn.
When
Nah.
this is not the meeting that you thought it was. Oh
This
my
is.
god.
Yo, oh shit. Nah,
Oh.
this is hilarious. Okay. Well, guys, unfortunately, we got kicked out. We got kicked out the condo the first time,
Man,
but
this is why the podcast comes to some sign.
yeah, this we we had to reset the house.
Because what we really talk about?
Nah, that had me really cracking up though. But yeah, so like we said earlier, like we always do at this time, I answer my Kenny. Big Ken, not the little one. You niggas could never. He's about to bring out Rihanna and Beyonce at the same time. The TDE
Freedom,
reunion probably is
freedom.
gonna happen real quick. Like, let's just fuck it. Matter of fact, we're not
We
doing
definitely hearing all the stars.
we're hearing all
All
the
the stars
stars.
are shining.
This is actually gonna come from the sky. She's literally gonna come
No, for
from the
real. She's gonna
sky
come
on a
down with the
star.
stars. Yes.
On no, I'm talking about like on a real star from the galaxy. Like,
Oh,
these niggas
damn,
is
that's
pulling
crazy.
out the budgets. They're not
I would
gonna play games.
love like a TDE link up. That would be fucking crazy.
I
Personally.
ain't gonna hold you. I could go for collard greens at the Super Bowl. Oh,
Mm.
luxury. Oh, because
Ah,
that.
chili ting ting.
Down with this shit. Like, I feel like that would be a really jiggy part to, like, kind of get the crowd bouncing, and it's really easy to transition to like King Kunta or like, you
Ooh,
know.
I like where your mind is going. I like the
Okay.
sequence. I like this sequence of songs. I do.
Because realistically, I'm envisioning like it's in New Orleans, which naturally is like very, that's our cultures. It's the South. It's spiritual. It's very like calling to the ancestors, which makes Kendrick performing
Yes.
really like, talk about like putting the nail into like the head. Like it's just, it's there. And so in my head, I'm just trying to figure out, and this is why it's so crazy to me when everybody on the timeline is acting like Kendrick is not who he is. Because just today, from me going through like his discography, because you know, some when things happen, you go back and you refresh your mind, like, okay, this is what they've done. And just going back and listening to his projects, which, to make things even more weird, for some reason for the last 2 weeks, I've been listening to Mad TDE. I don't know what it was. Really, you know what it was? Ever since we had that conversation about that spaces we want to do, I've been like listening to like more TDE because I was like trying to figure out in my head how would my version of, you know, what we talked about looked. And like I was
Mhm.
like, yo, I would love to, like, if I was making that person, it would be on TDE. So I've been listening to just, and then when Doshi Project dropped, like it just had me going deep into like my TDE bag. And so when I woke up and saw the announcement, it was like, yo, that's so crazy. I just been like on a TDE trip for like the last 2 weeks. And going
Mhm.
through his discography, bro, like people underestimate how much like hits that Kendrick have, but also like the hits that he has that really resonates with the people. And I think you can't get more timely than the fact that we're about to have our first woman president who's, you know, half black and half Indian. Like we're on the, it's something happening within the American culture
It's
right
a
now.
black ass America. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's something happening right now. Like, and you can kind of feel it bubbling. And I feel like Kendrick is the perfect person to really set that off. And
Yeah.
even if it is, not to jinx it, but even if it is the opposite, and let's say Trump does win, I think that's even more powerful to then have someone like Kendrick Lamar up there doing songs like All Right, which we know he's going to do, or Humble, which we know he's going to do, or just
Mhm.
certain songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like Kendrick, it's an American ass sport, it's an American ass event, and Kendrick represents what America is.
Yeah. Come on, applause. Round of
I'm just
applause.
saying. You know
I
what
just
I'm
want to
saying?
give you your flowers for how you like verbalize your ideas about this stuff. Cause girl, you be sounding brilliant every time.
Every single time. Every single time.
I hate
Like
y'all.
we gonna have to get your brain like
Examines.
examine and then bronze.
Oh, not
Okay,
bronze.
period.
No, for
Not
real, for real.
bronze.
But no, I agree with that though. I feel like it's gonna be. I don't know. It's I don't even want to put expectations on it really because it's like this is. I don't know what to say, but this is a crazy play. Like talk about a
Mhm.
year that you had from a little hiatus. You know what I'm saying? To like jumping in some getting your licks in when it comes to this beef situation, and now the biggest nail in the coffin that solidifies everything, ties everything in, is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And
Part of me
then
too is curious if he already was planning the Super Bowl before the beef though. Just considering how strategic he is, like I have a feeling there's likely an album on the way. Because I don't feel like he would do the Super Bowl without another album.
I agree.
So I feel like the album's already in planning, which he's probably been in talks for the Super Bowl. So it kind of played out perfectly for him, in my opinion. Um, and I feel like the beef kind of sealed the deal. But I feel like with or without the beef, he still does the Super Bowl, in my opinion.
mhm.
Yeah, like I understand people's sentiment, whereas because I will admit there kind of was this moment starting last year because I remember the conversation started around Essence Fest of last year when he had came out and did like a surprise appearance, and I was
Mm,
there for that. And like I do think there was, you know, there was a conversation being had about like Wayne and him headlining, and it just made sense. You know, he's Lil Wayne, he's from New Orleans. It like who he could bring out X, Y, and Z, and so I don't disagree with that because I was one of those people that was also rooting behind that. Like, yeah, that would be super fire.
mhm,
But I don't think people understand. It's not like, first of all, the Super Bowl halftime performance traditionally has never been a regional thing. It's never been like, oh, because we're having it in, let's say, New Jersey, we're gonna have Bruce Springsteen do it. No, I'm being dead ass. When they last brought it to New Jersey, Bruno Mars did the halftime. Like, it's never been like, oh, because you're from here, you perform the halftime here. The last time they had it in New Orleans, Beyonce did the halftime solo.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I think it's a lot of misinformed shit going on. I think because Dre did it in LA, they feel like, oh well, da da da, and it's just like, well, no, like just because like they did it for Dre, yeah, that was the perfect alignment, but
Right.
like that doesn't necessarily mean that that happens historically with the Super Bowl. So that was my first
Mhm.
issue with them bringing up the whole regional thing. The second thing is, I don't know how many people have seen Lil Wayne in the last year. I've seen him twice in the last year, and I can tell you that like he's not giving what y'all would be expecting. Y'all would be the same way y'all were with Rihanna when y'all were all like, "Oh
He's
my God, Rihanna
literally
ruined the
hanging on like
household,"
that little
and then
dread.
she did it, and
Okay.
y'all were like, "Oh, well, she really didn't do X, Y, and Z." Well, she's never done that, so you're expecting something out of someone that can't do that. He's not Wayne from '06 anymore. He's not Wayne from '08, and he's not that Wayne anymore. So he goes on stage, and for the most part, it's his presence, him smoking. He ain't gonna be able to smoke on stage. It's the FCC. Like, what are we talking about? So I
Mhm.
just think that a lot of people have not seen Wayne in years. I actually saw one of the girls who's been going viral say, "Yeah, I haven't seen him live." So then why the fuck you saying he need to perform live if you've never seen this man live? Like,
You
I
ain't
just
even see
think
him live, baby. You want to see him
like,
live? What you
and then
talking about, baby?
I think we also have to keep in mind that the Super Bowl halftime is not the BET Awards. It's not a like an event just for
Yeah.
us. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even that goes back to people not knowing the history behind the Super Bowl halftime performance and why it is the way it is now. But um yeah, like I just kind of feel like it's not just for the niggas. So like Wayne gonna go out there, but Wayne ain't finna bring up Maroon 5 or Taylor Swift. He finna bring up
Mhm.
Juvie. He finna bring up like he finna bring up his niggas, and you gonna have white America that outside to back that ass up, and like his pop songs like Lollipop and shit gonna be looking like, oh, this is real niggerish. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's no like I'm all for the niggerish shit, but I think we also gotta understand like that's the whole point of including Jay-Z and Rock Nation and having them a part of this is like to showcase like now we have people within our community that reach all demographics that are superstars. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that whole I'm sorry I'm going on and on because it's just a lot of history and all of this, and this is when I get excited. But yeah.
Girl, stop apologizing with your historic ass.
And I feel like I agree with all that. And that's not to like discredit him or his legacy, but I do feel like with the legacy aside, he did not do the work to position himself for that kind of stage next year to where it would make sense. Like I don't feel like the Super Bowl is about that kind of legacy. Like it granted, you see these legacy artists get on the stage and like a Rihanna who hasn't dropped any recent albums, but she's still very relevant in the world just with the makeup stuff she's doing, the fashion stuff. So she's still positioned herself in that sense. Um, so I just feel like I just feel like Wayne would have been left field, and the only thing that people are complaining about is the fact that it's not him because of where it's at. And to y'all point, Beyonce did it in New Orleans, and this wasn't a conversation. So it's kind of just like y'all just chatting the chat, to be honest.
And I think people also had like I don't know if anybody's taken the time to really consider it, but this is the first time in history that a rapper is solo headlining a Super
Mm.
Bowl halftime performance. Like that in itself is like you really Mike, nigga. Hold on. We got the roles fucked up. You really was Mike the whole time. Damn. But yeah, I think it's like I don't know. I feel like it's the perfect timing. I feel like and then it's like the other point of people being like, oh well, if it wasn't for Drake, then Kendrick wouldn't be doing this. Okay, so then why didn't Drake have a Super Bowl halftime performance? Like I don't
Mm.
want I think the whole point like that I'm trying to make with people is just that I don't think Kendrick was somebody that was never considered to be a Super Bowl halftime performer. I think within the next 10 years he was definitely going to get one because he's that big of a star. I just don't think he was like the first person that came to mind because if we look back at what's been happening like under the Rock Nation belt, they usually have been doing things that are culturally relevant or politically relevant. So like the first year that they took over, they had Jennifer Lopez and Shakira. Obviously, that was 2020. That was when Homeboy. That's when Trump was doing his build a wall shit, and so they got the Hispanics out for that one. And then the
The
next one after
Latinas.
they got the Latina community out for that one. And then in 2021, they got The Weeknd. Okay, give us a black male pop star. Boom, that's a cute little moment. After that, they did Dr. Dre in LA, but he brought out all of his, conglomerates and people he's worked with and shit like that. But again, that's a producer. So it's more of a producer led performance. Then you get Rihanna, which huge pop star, way overdue. It was her time anyway. And then you get Usher after that. And so to me, Kendrick makes the most sense. He's had the biggest, like, I don't know what else. Who else outside of Post Malone and a song that I still never heard? Who else had the biggest song of the year outside of
Right.
Shabuzi and Post Malone? And Shabuzi obviously don't have enough to really do no Super Bowl halftime performance. Like Post Malone, like it's a big song, but I still have never heard it. Not Like Us is literally being used in presidential campaigns. Like they literally were quoting it at the Democratic convention. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like California used it as their song to tuck her in. Like I just don't know what we're talking about at this point. Like it just makes the most sense. So
They damn near playing it in the airport. Like as soon as you land in LAX, they not like us. They not like us. Like it's crazy. It's
and I'm sure,
crazy.
and I'm one of those people who I believe that Drake, I've been saying for years Drake should have a Super Bowl halftime performance because I think he has the hits to do it. But like the timing just, it is what it is. A nigga, sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. And what did he do? He popped out and he showed y'all. Okay. You been to the
Yeah.
Super Bowl? Okay, let's see who get it. Me, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like
I
The
also feel
timing
like
is
some of
yeah.
the stuff, like the song being as big as it is, and the things that he's saying within the song, I don't even feel like the Super Bowl would want to align itself with Drake right now anyway. So I don't. I just feel like it wasn't going to happen for him this year or next year rather,
So I
regardless what
want
the
to
beef
ask. I
happening.
want to ask a devilish advocating question. Um, do you guys think? And do we want to like invite people on to the
how about you
floor?
ask your question and we'll answer and then we'll break some people up.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, damn. Okay, okay.
Cause I want to hear our answers,
Yeah, no, no,
Yeah.
no. I feel, no, no. So would you guys think, right? If if this beef did not exist right now, would Kendrick be even considered for the Super Bowl this year? Not considering, let's not throw in the fact that yes, he would have been considered later on, but let's just focus on this year. Do we think without this beef and everything that's happening, would Kendrick have even gotten this opportunity to actually perform for the Super Bowl?
Well, I think you have to look at the way that they even go about picking who does the Super Bowl. So normally, like the year before, they look at whoever is doing something. So you normally have to either be having, like, for instance, with Usher, it was a residency. You have to be on tour. You have to be doing something where people can show up and actually see what you're doing. And then their teams, they'll go out, they'll watch, they'll scout, and they'll let you know, hey, we, would like to consider you for next year's Super Bowl. They'll stay in communication with you. And then from there, they'll just make their final decision. I will say, normally the decision doesn't come this early. They normally announce who does the Super Bowl halftime a little bit later, like a little bit around like October, November. So it was interesting to me that they announced it so early because I remember when I saw the tweet being like, damn, this is early. They normally don't announce it this early. So that makes me believe that after the Amazon Prime pop out, I think without a doubt it was just no question that Kendrick had to do it. That's what I think. I don't think I think at the top of the year, because think about it, Usher did the Super Bowl in February. They probably came back around March or April to really start discussing who was going to do it. By April, the beef was already started, so everybody's paying attention to what's going on. The pop out
True,
happened in
true.
the pop out happened in June because that was Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
Like by June, I think it was pretty clear. Like, yo, not only does he have the biggest hit right now, but he just did that shit on Amazon Prime. Oh, what are we
Yeah.
talking about?
I seen somebody say, Apple seen what Prime did with the pop out and said, I need some of that. Give
Yeah,
me some of that.
I think people also forget that it's a money thing too. Like the person that does the Super Bowl halftime performance does not get paid. Like they, for the
True.
most part, gotta pay that shit out of pocket, or people gotta sponsor them, or whatever the case may be. So it's like I just think everything happened too quick for people to be like, oh, well, this person was being considered. I know Wayne was being considered. I do know that for sure because I remember that conversation happening since last year. So I think the issue lies that a lot of people feel like, well, if Kendrick didn't drop everything that he dropped, Wayne would have got it, which I can see that. I can see it because they were having this conversation last year. But I think when after Usher did the Super Bowl, you got Kendrick dropping the like that shit with Future. Then you got that beef that went back and forth from what March until June, really, because by the time the pop out happened, that shit was done to me. So then by June, you got the pop out. That everybody in America was fucking watching the pop out. So it's like I can imagine those NFL execs and Jay-Z being at home watching the pop out and being like, "Yeah, we need that. You see what he doing right now? Imagine if we did that at the Super Bowl. That's money. You know how many young people about to tap in for that? Like,
Yeah, it's about to be a
bro,
big money play. Big money
like
play.
niggas is forgetting this is a business at the end of the day. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I understand everybody talking about, oh yeah, like pro capitalism, da 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 da. Unfortunately, we live in a capitalistic society, but at the end of the day, who gonna bring in the money? Wayne gonna bring in some niggas, but like Kendrick gonna bring in the niggas and he gonna bring in the youth. Like those white boys gonna tap. The way niggas about to be flooding to New Orleans or buying tickets to clamor to see this shit, like
Yeah.
I'm just
And to
saying,
that
like,
point, to answer your question, like I agree with all of that, and I feel like if there was no beef, the only way Kendrick gets that performance slot next year is if he were to have announced an album, and I could see that being enough hype to where they want him to headline the show. If he doesn't announce an album or if there's no beef, I don't think Kendrick is the next Super Bowl headliner personally.
yeah, I agree. I
So
agree.
you think like there's a conversation between Kenny and them specifically on like the strategic plans on what's gonna happen basically. Like, all right, I'm gonna do this because I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, just so it could actually make sense. Or do y'all think that doesn't matter? I don't know.
What you mean? Like they just picked it? Like what you mean? Like
No, like bringing up the fact that there probably is a potential album. Like, do you guys think like that's a conversation that had to be had in the sense of like making it make even more sense? You know what I mean? Like,
I
because you're
don't even
saying,
think it was the album. I think it was just not like us. Like
Yeah, I agree. That's what I'm saying.
I
I think if that
mm,
didn't happen, then it would have had to been an album conversation for the
right.
Super Bowl to
got
make
you,
sense.
Right.
got
Like
you,
it would
got
have
you,
had to been like he dropped the album. Like it would have had to been the beef never happened and he just dropping an album. You know what I'm saying? Like,
got you.
but I think not like us was just enough to where they didn't give a fuck if that nigga had an album dropping or not. Like, hey,
Yeah, yeah.
we need you, my boy. Them
Yo,
niggas was
it's
like, hey,
crazy because
they
niggas
saw
really
that.
try to shit on this record and really say that, you know, niggas is tired, this is blah 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 blah. And it's now, what is this? Like, it's second wind is getting again? Like, we're in
Yeah.
the fall season, and I remember somebody tweeting that the fall season is when you really, really gonna keep hearing it because the HBCUs and the bands and all
Yup.
that shit,
All
you
the
know what I'm
homecomings
saying?
coming
Like
up. Yup.
homecoming, all of those type of things, you're definitely gonna be running it back. So I mean, yeah, that shit is, and then considering it'll be what, how many months? Almost a year since that shit would have probably potentially, you know, have dropped. That's kind of crazy for a diss record to go as far. We thought back to back did something. Now, what's really on top of
Hmm.
the Super Bowl, Kendra's gonna have to get Grammy nominated. It has to
Well,
happen.
the Grammys are a week before the Super Bowl. So that's what makes this even more crazy because
Oh
if he ends
shit!
up winning and then a week later doing the Super Bowl, oh my, like what do
Big
you
as the
do?
what?
Big as the Super Bowl.
Big as
it's
the
so
what?
it's so crazy because the first thing I said when I woke up and saw it was big as the what? Like I literally could not help myself because I was just like the irony in that. Like the
Yeah,
irony in just everything going back to first person shooter. Like I just wow.
it's crazy, crazy,
Wow.
man.
They don't do
So we
shit
did
like this
bring
in hip
up
hop anymore.
Dion and Ola. I don't know if y'all wanted to chime
What's
in.
Oh
good, Zion? What's good, Ola? Please respect the house. You feel me? This the condo. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
we at home.
I'm trying to let everybody get they points off. Y'all speaking some crazy points though. It's true.
Take your
We
shoes
appreciate
off. We
thank
that.
appreciate the
you.
commentary. What's good? What's your input?
Yeah, I feel
Hello.
like
Oh,
this Ola. I feel like this my fellow Gemini brother. He is a
Oh my
petty.
God! Rebuke in the name of Jesus.
Not too much, not too much, but he's definitely calculated, and I think um, the powers that be knew that. the Super Bowl was coming to New Orleans. And respectfully, I feel like, the artists in New Orleans haven't been doing what they had needed to be doing to put themselves in a position to go
Yikes.
ahead and just get that, yeah, for sure, we definitely calling you. Like, I think back
Exactly.
to Essence Festival when they was trying to get everybody together for what's it called? They couldn't even get everybody on stage. So it's like you gotta look at that and just know, like, all right, well, if we can't get y'all for Essence Fest, I'm not gonna fuck up this money for the Super Bowl. This is big money at play. I need to be able to know, like, I can trust that the people that we call out to come do this is gonna be there. And I mentioned a point earlier too. I don't think Kendrick is gonna receive this power or this position and not show no respect to New Orleans. Like, he's too conscious and too aware of where he is, the moves that he makes. I think we've seen that throughout the battle to just pop up in New Orleans and not show no love to New Orleans. So I think we'll still get a chance to see some of that. I just wonder what it'll actually look like.
I mean, they do have a They Not Like Us New Orleans bounce remix that's going crazy. I play it a couple times. Well, matter of fact, every time during my set. So I could see the point of him showing love and support to the actual homegrown team of New Orleans. But I do agree
Indeed.
with you. Like, they haven't put in, like, we've seen what happened at Essence Fest.
That shit was a shit show. Like,
So y'all imagine Birdman for the Super Bowl? Like,
for
let's be
the
honest, because
Super,
you
yeah, nah,
cannot
nah,
you
And that's
cannot
what
have
I'm saying. I
Wayne.
just
You
think
can't have
people to be
Wayne.
so
You can't have Wayne and
realistic.
not have Birdman at the Super Bowl. Let's be
Yeah,
completely
you can't
real
have
here.
none of them for real. Like,
You
I feel
can't.
like without any of them feeling some type of way, they going to have something to say. Like, we seen Hurricane Chris mad that he wasn't called to come do 50 Cent. We can't, like, you know what I'm
Fucking
saying? So
Hurricane Chris. Hey,
Hurricane Chris,
baby. Oh
but
my God.
I thought it was so funny. I watched the recap video of that 50 posted on his page, and he really brought out the city. He really touched down and he showed love. He brought outside people, and it really had the people going. And mind you, 50 from New York. So, I think these people that are being called to be put in these positions, they're not stupid. They're very aware. I can't just pull up to the city and not show no love, not create money for or opportunities for the people that are living here. You know what I'm saying? Especially somewhere like New Orleans. Like, you can't just pull up like and just think shit gonna be sweet. So I'm interested to see what that'll look like with Kendrick doing it, because that LA show was absolutely insane, and
But
that's
I
that's
don't
hometown.
understand like why everyone feels like that needs to be old. This isn't, like I said, this is not the Source Awards. This ain't the BET Awards. It's the Super Bowl. Like,
Indeed,
I think
indeed, but
also like
the
historic.
politics still play. I think the politics still play. That's really why. Because yeah, it's the Super Bowl, but just to be frank and direct, like, it's still nigga shit. Like, all of this is still nigga
Is
shit.
it?
Yeah,
Nah.
I think y'all don't
Uh-uh.
really know
We
where
talking
the
about we're
line
talking
gets
about honky
drawn.
tonky white America
Yeah,
football.
like
This
this
is
ain't what y'all
America.
think this is. Niggas ain't about to pull
Yeah.
up with blickies to the Super
It
Bowl.
don't
Like,
have to be.
Yeah.
It don't
just
I
have to
think
be
I
the
think
day of
I
the
think
Super Bowl.
because
I
I
think
think because
that
we've had black artists perform at halftime, we forget that American football is a white ass fucking sport, and
this
those
ain't a
people,
hip hop arena. This is
yeah,
a football arena.
that's
indeed,
what we
and I'm.
So
forgetting.
the hip
I
hop rules
don't
don't
think. I
apply.
don't think. I don't think it would apply on the day of. But I think that these people are still in their feelings, and they have the ability to get emotional over these things. Like, it's still the Super Bowl at the end of the day. It's a big money play, and I can imagine all of these artists and their egos. They want to be the one that's stepping into that position to say that, oh yeah, it's me. I could see some of these New Orleans artists being like, no, I don't even want to fucking show up for real because I'm not the one.
But
Like,
who is expecting them to show up? Like, that's the thing. It's not something for New Orleans. It's something for America. It's just happening in New Orleans.
indeed.
Like,
That I agree with. Yep,
I
I agree with
don't.
that.
It happens in New Orleans. It
I
happens in
agree with that
LA. It
too.
happens in New Jersey. It happens in Miami. It happens in Texas. Like, I don't. It's an American thing. This isn't for New Orleans. I think that's the problem too. With I love regionalism, but that's where everybody gonna end up getting fucked up and getting caught up in the bullshit of it. Is because you get too emotional in it. at some point you got to understand where the business lies. Like, yeah, that would have been a dope thing for Wayne to perform at the halftime in New Orleans. But that ain't the way the cards are set up. And he's not even in that position to even pull that shit off. And this isn't the first time that it's been in New Orleans and a New Orleans artist hasn't performed. Like I said, Beyonce did it before. So I just think this whole like regional game that we're talking about, like this is the Source Awards. No, like this ain't that.
You're very right, though. You are very right. I just still know that despite all of this money being in play, niggas still do nigga shit. Like, and I just
I
I
mean,
feel
they
feel
like,
gonna
like
do
so
that nigga shit
I
over
have
there,
mixed
but it
feelings.
definitely ain't gonna happen at the Dome.
oh yeah,
And it's
no, no,
not gonna happen on Kendrick's
it's
watch. I
not
tell
gonna
you
happen on
that.
his
So
watch.
I kind of
But
disagree with
we've
that, right?
seen a
Because
lot
I
of
feel like
these
What's on
things
your? What did
play.
you say?
I
We
said
see
I
a lot
kind
of
of
these things
disagree
play
because
out outside of the arenas where they're birthed in. Like if we're looking at the Kendrick and Drake beef, the Kendrick and Drake beef, it was really between them two. But now, fast forward later, months later, we seeing it play out with, Drake maybe putting a hold on certain things like, all right, yeah, no, you can't come perform here. Or we gonna have, certain people at your show in this,
But
so
what does
like
that have to do with the Super Bowl?
I believe I'm just interested to see how it'll play out because I
How
do
what's gonna play out?
with Kendrick being because I feel like Kendrick having this opportunity is based off of Not Like
I
Us.
feel like you're holding
You
back on
ask
what you want to say. What do you actually want to
no,
say? Because if it's about protection, like I definitely don't think that's the issue. Like if it's
yeah, no,
about
no, no.
getting shit shut down, like Drake definitely ain't shutting shit down with the NFL. So I'm just confused on like
I really don't know, but I just feel like something is gonna come of it. I
all
really feel like something is gonna come.
right. We love you so much. Thank you so much for. We really
Okay.
do value it. No, I really do value it because I am the debater here, and like I ain't
Uh-huh.
gonna hold you. You held a good fight. You did. I'm gonna give you your
But
one. You held a
but you
good
don't feel
fight.
like this is gonna play out in some type of way somewhere
I
because
so
don't.
that's what I wanted to
you
speak
gotta
to. I
think
feel
about it.
like
Like this
I
is
Oh
still
wait,
Go ahead,
hold
Drake.
on.
Yum. Go ahead.
Wait,
Hold
I
on.
don't
Yum, go
feel
ahead.
like
I said
it
this is still Drake we talking
wait,
about,
wait,
and
wait,
Hold
wait,
to
on.
wait, wait,
What?
wait, wait,
Okay,
wait.
what we gonna do? We gonna respect the hostess with the motherfucking mostest
yeah.
in this household, okay?
All right, so everybody.
So I don't feel like he or anybody is obligated to put anybody else on them stages based off of any regionality or anything like that. I agree with that, with everyone saying on that point. But on one tip, similar to Ola, I am interested in seeing how it plays out with Kendrick in particular because of, like he's saying, the moment that he's having with Not Like Us. Like, I feel like he's kind of put himself in this space where he is positioning himself as, how can I explain it? Like he's the culture and everybody else is not. So you kind of have to continue that message through everything you're doing now. Um, because otherwise you just was chatting, if that makes sense. Like I feel like to some degree he does in a sense have to find a way to pull in more of the culture who they're not like because this is the moment that he's having right now. So it's like, or do you stay true to the message that you literally are running on right now with the Not Like Us and everything that it stands for? Or are you going to fold and this is just going to be some money play for the NFL? Like, I do feel like there's a way that he will strategically make it a money play while also pulling in the culture in some way. I don't feel like he has to, but because of like the moment that he's having, that's kind of like he kind of got to be in that space right now. Because otherwise, if you get this huge moment on national television, on the biggest platform, the biggest stage, and don't maintain this messaging of Not Like Us, and it's like, well, what the fuck was the point of it, in my opinion?
But I feel like you answered it because even when you go back and look at his performance with Dr. Dre, it's still nigger, like it still got that pro-black aspect to it, even down to the choreography, to what they were wearing. So if that's what he did just for a quick little 2 minute pop out for Dr. Dre, and knowing how Kendrick really gives it up live and like how artistic him and Dave go, they have mastered making black culture like almost capital. Like
Mm.
them and Beyonce, I feel like have really mastered being able to still appeal and make us feel like, oh, all right, that shit was for us. We know you getting your money, but that shit was for us. Like Like even when he was on stage with the diamond encrusted Tiffany crown, like yeah, it's diamond encrusted Tiffany, but like we get the messaging with the story. Like I don't know, I don't feel like he going cheaping out just because it's the Super Bowl. If
Oh,
anything,
I wasn't saying that he was gonna cheapen out. I don't think he's gonna cheapen out. I do feel like I feel like we're kind of saying the same thing to a degree. Like I don't feel like it's just gonna be this capitalistic moment where he's just taking advantage of the opportunity and he's just on the biggest stage. Like I think he's gonna find a way to pull it all together with the messaging he's trying to put out with Not Like Us and everything else that he's been saying with every album. To be honest, I don't even think it's just Not Like Us. Like I think everything he stands for is gonna be put on the biggest screen ever. And he's gonna find a way to still make it black, but safe enough to where it's not gonna be an issue for the NFL. If that makes sense.
yeah, for sure. And Kendrick is the king of that, which is why I think he's perfect
Yeah.
for this. You know what I'm saying? Like he's
Mhm.
perfect at giving you a message while not making you feel too uncomfortable. Like, oh, okay, all right, yes, Black lives do matter, yes.
He not
Like,
he not like the 5%ers that's like spreading
right,
Yeah.
like
He not the
Grand
black
Rising, my brother.
Israelites like you whore, you over here looking like a
Yo, he
whore.
gonna
Like
have the
he ain't
Black
doing that.
Israelites
He
on
ain't doing
stage
that.
like Grand Rising.
You
Yo,
know,
if he bring
he
Dr.
a
Umar
subtle
out,
Israelite. That's what he is. He's a
if
subtle
he
Israelite.
y'all think he gonna bring Dr. Umar out?
Oh
Man, if he bring
God.
Dr.
Can you
Umar
not,
out, come
please?
Oh my
on.
God, if he bring Umar
All
on the
right, y'all.
track.
Oh,
All
come
right, let's get
on.
back on track because
All
Come
Kia
on.
right,
went
so we
left. Okay.
got
Yes.
Andre. He has his hand
Wait,
raised, and
No,
then
no,
we
no.
have Mr.
Yeah,
September.
Dion
yeah.
had his hand up for a minute.
Yeah,
Oh
So
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
I've been listening. Go.
Dion and then Andrew and then Riley and then Burke because I saw when y'all came in order.
Can y'all, am
Per,
I?
per,
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you.
can
Dion,
hear
yeah.
you.
Oh.
hello,
Wait, so who's
ladies.
that talking? Wait, who's talking right now?
It's Dion talking.
I'm
Okay,
talking
hey
right now.
Dion, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Kia? Hello, ladies. How you guys doing? By the way.
Hi, what's up? Welcome.
Nah. First of all, I just want to say, obviously, I'm a big fan of you guys' work individually. You guys are always doing amazing shit. So, just want to say, keep doing y'all thing. Kia, you already know I got love for you, man. And obviously, Miss Milan, all three of you guys, you guys are doing amazing stuff. So, anyways, but yeah, to answer you guys' question, if the beef doesn't happen, does Kendrick do the Super Bowl? I don't personally think he does. But also too, I was thinking like, okay, if he doesn't, then who would? Obviously, I wouldn't. I don't know anybody that rap wise. I mean, obviously Drake in a sense, but I mean, maybe that's just, and obviously Wayne would have made sense, but I just don't know who would have done it if Kendrick would have. But and maybe that's something they would have been planning even before the beef happened. Maybe the beef just enhanced it, be like, okay, he's a for sure pick. Don't know, but it's dope to see. You know what I'm saying? I'm obviously at the end of the day, people are gonna be excited for it. People are gonna watch it. People are gonna hear what he has to say. And whether that comes with a new single, new album, or just an amazing performance, either way, people are gonna talk about it. So that's what it's all about. But before, also too, additionally, I really did come to the chat because I actually wanted to talk to Miss Milan. And this hasn't outside of the Kendrick announcement. I wanted to actually ask Miss Milan a question. That's okay.
Hey, where's this going, sir?
Oh no. So I've been on this DJ journey for like the last couple months. Just trying to put myself out there in my city. I'm from Houston, and what's it called? Yeah, it's obviously it's a lonely journey. You know what I'm saying? Like you go and DM and you email, you go to these bars and clubs and talk to promoters and owners, and it's either they're not interested or they don't respond. And I'm pretty sure, obviously, in some way, shape, or form, you have been through that experience. So just to quickly get your tips and advice, like what was your first year like as a DJ trying to put yourself out there, but also to what would be your advice in terms of just going through this DJ journey for your first year?
So, Dion, you could definitely shoot me a DM and I'll be sure to answer your question only because I want to respect the room and the
Yeah,
conversation that we
understandable.
having and not take it. So I
Understandable.
appreciate that. Definitely gonna answer your question for sure, for sure. But I want to keep the room where we at right now, if you don't mind.
My
But I
apologies.
got you though. I got you on the questions, all questions. If you send me a DM, I got you for sure.
My apologies. Okay,
No,
yeah,
don't apologize. It's cool. It's
yeah.
cool. But thank you
Also,
for your commentary. You have something else you want to say?
oh yeah, one question. If like I said, if Kendrick was not chosen, who would you guys think would be would have been a good pick to choose for the halftime show?
I think they probably would have ended up going with Wayne because that seemed like the direction they were headed towards anyway, from like starting from last year. Um, You know, I don't
So
think.
does this take the opportunity out of Wayne's mouth now? Because now this is a different conversation.
I mean, I don't think it really takes it out of Wayne's mouth. It's just that like they gave him an opportunity to show himself, and he didn't rise to the occasion. Like, had he really proved that like there's no other person out here that can do the Super Bowl other than me, then they would have chose him regardless of what the fuck Kendrick was doing. But Kendrick just had a solid rollout. He had a solid plan. He had a solid hit record.
Okay, somebody keep putting in the chat that Kendrick performed at the
Yeah, he
Super Bowl
performed that in
already.
2022. Yeah, with Dr.
Was it
Dre.
his own solo performance?
No, he performed in Dr. Dre's set. So Dr.
Okay, so then
Dre
that's null
had.
and void, beloved. I'm sorry. That's null and void. Like we talk about headlining. We're not talking about assistance.
but Kendrick does history. Wait, can you guys hear
Darian's
me?
got her.
Can you guys hear me?
We can
Yeah,
hear you
we can hear you
now.
Okay, I'm
now.
sorry. Somebody was calling me. I'm sorry. But he's gonna make history as being the first rapper to have a solo like Super Bowl. So,
Okay,
but
yeah.
he did perform with Dre. He did what's that song, Man Down? Where you from? Mad
Yeah, yeah,
City.
yeah.
He did Mad City into All Right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who we
All
got
right. So
next?
Dion, we're just gonna drop you love, and then like if anything else comes back up, you can just
Oh,
request and we'll bring you back up,
oh
okay?
yeah, go ahead, drop me. It's all good. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Um,
So who's next on our
it was
list to speak?
Andre.
Okay, Andre, hello. What's poppin'?
Good evening, ladies. Good evening. Good evening.
Andre, you sound exactly like your picture.
I do? Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Yo, this is a really good conversation. I've been actually looking and seeing who was going to spark this conversation about Kendrick and the halftime show today, because it's very timely. Um, I think I think that personally, I don't think they had anybody for the Super Bowl. I don't even think. I think that I think they were looking at Wayne. I think they were looking at Wayne, but like you said, you know, Wayne didn't have, and I guess really didn't have the momentum for them to say, hey, look, people want to see Little Wayne. He didn't have that, and um, we see Kenny had timing and a great record on his side, and um, of course to go quote unquote head to head with one of the most notable rappers in the music industry right now, and debatable, of course, win, says a lot. And so I think it's a money move. I think that anyone that thinks or says that anything that happens in the music industry is not a money move, I think you live under a rock, because all this stuff is money moves, all of it. And I don't see that he had this record. Not Like Us is yo, it's an amazing record, to be honest with you. And I don't know if anybody even really thought it was gonna move the way it did. I don't even think Dave thought it was gonna move the way it did. But it did, and now here we are. And he's a perfect person, if you will, for the Super Bowl halftime show, because he moved the needle. For this, what, 4 or 5 months, moved the needle, and that's what they're looking for. And always wants to put people part of the halftime show to have controversy, but also impact. And honestly, I feel like who better to do that than Kendrick Lamar? I definitely feel
I
that way.
completely agree. I think that's kind of, to some degree, what we all kind of said as far as positioning. Like, I just feel like positioning is everything in the music industry. And if you do not have cultural relevancy right now in the right positioning, it's hard to be the first runner up for a lot of these big moments because you're just not the first person that's going to come to mind.
Right,
Um,
right. And Kendrick right now, he got cultural currency.
yep.
He has it right now. Anybody that says different, again, you're living under a rock. Because Kendrick right now is on everybody's mouth. Yo, he's literally on the Recording Academy radar. Like he is on everyone's mouth, and because he has that currency now, yeah, why not? Why not do the Super Bowl? Why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not? You might as well, because there's this momentum behind it. I agree with you on about, nobody's gonna be looking at Kendrick if this didn't happen, because he wasn't even really talking about an album, and he don't even really have to talk about an album now. Really, honestly, he doesn't.
It would be
Listen,
very smart of him, though.
it
Yeah.
would be, but
To
we felt the same.
I'm talking strategic, like literally, when the Super Bowl is done, 12/8, and that very day,
I
album
mean,
drop. You
I
feel me?
agree.
Like,
I agree. But then here's what I pose to you. Why didn't Reed drop an album then? Because her freaking halftime show is one of the most watched ones in the history.
for Rihanna?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we're talking about a person who is clearly not really interested in releasing music anymore
Yeah,
Okay.
versus
Rihanna
somebody
does
who's
not give a damn.
literally still in the ring, like very
But
actively. So
is
it
but
just
then
makes
that's
sense.
I mean, this kind of diverges a little bit, but then is that really
Kendrick don't got Kenny Finney, okay? He don't got Kenny Fenty.
This
So
is true.
therefore,
This
he
is
don't
true.
I would
he
like some Kenty Fenty.
okay? Like, let's be
This is
honest.
true. This is
So
true.
Rihanna has a lot to fall back on. She don't got to release another piece of lyric ever. She's going to do it now because she wants to, not because she needs to. She's
Agree.
positioned herself great enough to do that. But Kendrick, strategic wise, it would be very, very smart of him to follow up with
I mean, listen, I
a
totally agree.
project after
I
that.
totally agree. We saw Usher did it, and Usher really didn't follow up. He had that
Yeah,
joint
because it
set.
was mid. If we're gonna
Yeah, he
call a
had
thing a
that.
thing, it was mid.
Yeah,
Okay, it was
yeah,
mid. But we
yeah,
love you, Usher, and we
yeah.
still
Yeah, we
gonna
love it,
support
Irish.
you.
But
We
he,
love you, Ush.
but even with him, he was doing a halftime show. He had that project planned. That everything was around that. That rollout was augmented by the halftime show. But here, our guy Kenny, he got cultural currency. He's got his name in everybody's mouth. Yeah, if he doesn't drop a surprise album, then I don't know. I would definitely say, bro, you dropped the ball.
Facts. I
I
agree.
would say you dropped the ball, because right now you're in everybody's mouth. Everybody's neck is outstretched. Like,
Dropping the
yo,
ball though, I think that's
Yes,
yeah,
crazy.
I feel like he would be
yes,
fumbling. Like I don't feel like he has
Um,
to drop an album, obviously, but it would be such a huge fumble to not drop an
not
album. Like
true.
you have
what
Yeah,
would what
everyone's
would
eyes
what?
on you. Why
Okay,
not?
what would
Wait, I
necessarily
would
make
like
it
to
a
get to
fumble though?
some. I would like to
Oh yeah,
get
go
to some
ahead.
other people because it's
Oh
like
yes, yes,
50 other
yes.
people, and I also want to hear more women. I'm not gonna hold you, so because
Hello,
yeah,
Coochie
that part.
Matters. Come on,
September,
ladies.
So
right?
Andre,
September's
we
next.
really appreciate like all your perspective and definitely the point about like if he doesn't drop an album, like but I feel like that's what he's gearing up for anyway. Like I mean, he normally puts a snippet before like a song in a video sometimes, but like I feel like him putting that snippet before not like us tracking the video. He's definitely lining some shit up for sure.
Yeah, and we
I
still
agree.
need that. We still need that because that shit
We do.
sounded fire.
Thank
Okay,
you,
Okay.
who we
ladies.
got next?
But
Appreciate y'all
Andre, if you want to come back up for anything else we're talking about, just request and we'll definitely let you back up.
for sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Hmm.
you. I'm sorry, y'all. I got ADHD, so it be a lot going on. So I be wanting to keep track of who doing what and who saying what. And so if like you know what I'm saying? Like it's for me. It's really for my mental health. Thank y'all so much.
So let's
Um.
go September and then Riley.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, Yani.
Wait, hold on, Brooke. Is you up
Hey.
here talking or
No, no,
what?
yeah, I wanted to talk. Yeah, I'll talk after that. 'Cause everybody was
Oh,
here
okay. Well,
before me.
Brooke, raise your hand so we know to come to you after Num. Okay.
For sure.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Who's
do
next?
you,
Yeah, September. We hear you. Yeah.
first things first, I don't know if Kendrick would still be in the running. I think there are other rappers who are just as deserving, if not more deserving.
Who?
Than him.
Who?
E.g., Future and Nicki Minaj. I think
EG. Who the fuck is
E.g.
EG?
Who? That
Ooh.
means example. Like for example.
Oh.
All right, all right, all right. So you meant ESTG, boy. I got a boy.
EG.
Auntie don't know what the youth is saying nowadays. Y'all just shortening
No,
everything. Come
EG is used.
on.
No, EG is
Okay,
used
that
as
little
example,
bullshit,
but
man.
it's just that most people don't say it out. Like EG. It sounds like
EG.
EG. Okay. All right.
But yeah, I think that Future and Nicki probably could do it. I think they're just as deserving, if not more. Yanni made a
Are
point,
you a Barb September?
not at all.
Okay, just making sure.
But I would never take away from what she's done in music.
Of course not. Of course not. Definitely agree with that though.
Yanni had asked a question if it was like going to be a money grab or if it's a cultural thing. I absolutely think it would be a cultural thing. I do enjoy Kendrick, but I think looking at the pop out, it let us know that while it was a cultural movement, like money trumps everything because his messaging did not align with the pop out, in my personal opinion. And I think that it I don't know, it just there was just a mismatch. Like,
What makes you say that? I would like you to
Yeah,
deeply
I was really gonna ask that.
in that.
I really want to hear that. I'm curious.
okay, so to talk about to like one, I do think Drake is a weirdo. Talk about Drake being a weirdo and having very weird views around women and doing songs with Kodak Black and bringing out confirmed abusers is
Mm.
crazy work. My personal opinion.
Okay. I have to give you that 10. Yes, you are very, very
But
right.
that's not like like
Crazy.
that's something that
That
we all were critical of him about. Like I think we're always critical when Dr. Dre is popping out. We're always critical of the people that's bringing him out. I don't.
so it's basically like choosing the lesser poison, I guess, in that case.
I just feel like
Which
hip hop is a toxic
unfortunately,
space in general. So
yeah.
I'ma crucify all the niggas I fuck with. I gotta crucify hoe if that's the case.
Oh, okay. Let me go over here now.
I
Okay.
think there are a lot of weirdo rappers, and if they're not weirdos, they are cool with weirdos and like platform other weirdos.
Nicki
But
Minaj is a weirdo.
Oh
Huge
my
weirdo.
God. Whoa.
sure,
That was a shot from across the room. Oh
sure,
I
my
mean, look who she's
god.
married to.
Not
she
I
is.
at the
mean,
party. Whoa.
I have to say it. And the
Right.
whole
He's
point.
like,
Okay,
just
well,
had to
wait.
tell
I want to
y'all.
finish here in September's point.
Sorry,
So
sorry, I just
September,
had to say that.
cause,
I
cause
had to
September,
say
they
that.
was just they started throwing ping pongs from across the room. It was like, what's going on? But no, September, I want
Please.
you to finish your point.
Yes,
I'll be
September.
cool. I'll be chill. I'll chill. Have my hand up.
Oh, okay. Well, again, I think there are other rappers who are just as influential or have had careers that have been just as impactful as Kendrick.
What rapper has a Pulitzer
I
Prize?
want
Sorry.
to stop throwing balls from across the room. I had a
I'm
question to
just saying.
ask. Okay,
Just
stop,
saying.
stop,
I'll be
stop.
cool. I'll be cool.
We gonna mute you. Stop, mute. Okay.
Hello, is everything okay
Um.
here?
Yes, everything's fine.
Uh,
Oh, don't be questioning what be going on
and,
in the condo. We got it under
Okay.
control. We got security. But
um,
September, I wanted to ask you a question.
okay.
So, what was like the first Super Bowl like performance you ever watched?
Like seriously,
Yeah.
the whenever Beyonce and Bruno Mars did it, I believe. I mean, I watched them when I was a kid, but I just was really not into football like that, to be honest.
So then, like, what's your idea of when it comes to picking the criteria for who does a Super Bowl halftime performance? In your mind, what do you feel like is the criteria that the NFL and Rock Nation and Hove and all of them are going through?
Honestly, I'm not certain. I think that if I look at the last couple of years, with the exception of 2020, it has been like a little Negroidian fest, which I do enjoy, with a little sprinkle of hingadinga here and there. And so I did think that maybe they could bring out some different type of pop stars who have been impactful, and black people still rock with like what's her girl, Kelly Clarkson or somebody like that. I've seen in the past where they have had like Coldplay and Beyonce and somebody else, or they'll have people who have worked together from two different genres do their own things like that. But as it concerns their actual process, I'm not certain of what that is.
Okay, I was only asking because you said Future and
Mm-hmm.
you said Nicki,
Mm-hmm.
and I could just tell you based off of who they are alone, like,
It would never happen.
mm-mm, it's never gonna happen.
Sure, that's fine. That's fine. Again, I do think that they're both weirdos, but
NFL
I
ain't having them
really
people rocking codeine crazy now. They ain't gonna stand for it.
I can't I
I
can't
mean,
think
I'm not gonna
of
hold
other
you.
rappers.
Codeine
That's a
crazy during the
spiritual.
Would
Super
go
That's a
crazy
Bowl.
in the
spiritual.
stadium.
I
That would go
just
Hello?
may
crazy in the
have
That is a
stadium.
levitated.
spiritual.
I'm not
It
gonna
would go
hold
crazy in the
you.
stadium.
I just may levitate if I was to ever see Future perform that at the Super Bowl. We just
No
made me to
fact.
book him just for codeine crazy
He
alone
could do it
and
like
kick
5
him
times
off.
and we'll be okay.
Hello?
Kick him off after.
Yes,
But yes.
September. Yeah. Sorry.
No, I'm saying hello, like just an affirmation.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I feel
Imagine.
like if there was no black artist that had a moment as big as Kendrick, which there wasn't, to be honest, in my opinion, I think the next Super Bowl headliner would not have even been a black artist. I feel like it would have been like a Taylor Swift.
Well, that's what a lot of people were saying
Yep.
on the timeline. I've been seeing the last couple weeks when people were talking about the Super Bowl. Everybody's like, "Oh, y'all bugging if we think we gonna get another nigga." Or y'all bugging if we think we like. A lot of people were saying that. So,
And I don't even think it's that we're not gonna get another nigga. Like I feel like we are, but
well,
again,
I
like
mean,
I
as
feel
far as like
like,
they were going to take a break and like get
oh yeah,
someone
hundred
else and then
percent.
go back to that. Like it wasn't gonna
And
be
I
back to back back.
and I think that's why going back to that magic positioning word, it's like everything is really about positioning. Like I feel like if you want a black artist headlining the Super Bowl, they have to position themselves as the most culturally relevant artist that should be headlining that show. Otherwise, it's clipped.
Damn,
Because again, the NFL is a white man's game. So it's like
that's very
if
true.
you don't have the cultural relevancy and the positioning to make that make sense for them money wise, it's just not gonna happen. It's gonna be a white artist every
And like
time.
I feel like that cultural relevancy has to line up in time, right? Like I feel like the NFL can look at it and
Yeah.
be like, "This is perfect timing. Let us go ahead and put Kendrick in that spot where you can look back at 2013 when it was like the last time it was hosted in New Orleans, and I'd argue Wayne had more relevance at least back then, right? But you're not looking at that. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, let's put Wayne in the joint." It's always about momentum. So it's like this is the bottom line.
I just wanted to tie off that too of what y'all are saying that I don't know if y'all realize it or y'all look at it like that, but Taylor Swift is like the kind of the image of the NFL right now. Even if people don't want that, they
A
always playing
thousand
over to her.
percent.
And you know
Yep.
she cool with Kendrick. So I would say, yeah, it's a business move, but you still when you don't burn bridges with everybody in the industry like this, it also play a part too. Like Taylor could have easily been like, oh yeah, Kendrick a good person. I love his music and I think he would be perfect for the halftime. And then Jay cool with him too. I feel like yeah, it's a business position, but it's also because Kendrick don't be burning bridges with everybody over petty shit. So that's why he's in this position right now.
So are we saying that Drake has burned bridges?
Oh, that's obvious though.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's
That was the
Not
obvious
whole
the
though.
point of
Like,
hundreds.
all
That's
of
so
this.
funny.
Yes,
The hundreds went crazy just now. That's
Nigga
yes,
said, "Duh."
yeah, he burned all
absolutely.
his bridges, bro. That's a
You're
dub.
done. You're dead. Okay. So we're gonna
Bugsy.
move on to Riley, and
Oh, Riley.
then yeah, and then we'll do Aaron and then
Bugsy.
Kilo. Yeah.
I have so much streams of consciousness going on right now, so I'll try to keep on subject and respect time constraints. First of all, first person shooter is a fucking curse. First person shooter is a fucking curse. Big as the Super Bowl line aged immediately. First of all, second of all, I think as far as Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl, it's coach. I mean, it's cultural. It would be bonus if the money is involved, but it'll be cultural for the most part. Similar, I think of when Beyonce was performing at the Super Bowl, and somehow she made that shit cultural, even though the NFL is a white man's game. So I won't be surprised if Kendrick could pull similar off. He's not obligated to bring New Orleans or even Louisiana artists on, but I wouldn't be surprised if somehow he'll pull off Lil Wayne, which would be a big fuck you to Drake. I could see that. Hell, I'll be even geeked if he bring Doechii up. Get Top on the phone, tell him it's a rat. That shit goes. That shit will ring up.
Don't
I
give me
believe it.
love, sir. Don't give me love.
Listen, I'm just gonna be at the sidelines, just smiling. That's all I'm here
Oh,
for.
all
You
right.
gonna be on the stage
And
DJing the fuck out of
Exactly. I
but
here.
don't
but
know
at
what
the
Like
you
same
what?
I don't know what you
but
talking
at
about.
the I mean, but at the same, but also as much as people wanted Lil Wayne on, and I don't doubt he had hits, but I'm just gonna speak for myself. I'm not trying to be at the Super Bowl, hear Lil Wayne perform fucking Mrs. Officer, talk about Rodney King, baby, beat it
Oh,
like a
come on, don't
cop,
disrespect. Oh
or
my.
fucking. I'm not trying to hear Lil Wayne perform 6 foot, 7 foot with fucking Lima being Corey Guns. Nah, nigga, that's not going. You got to read the room for
Oh,
that.
Did you say lima bean?
Lyman B. Corey
Hey, on
Jones.
some real
Yeah.
shit, Riley, he would never perform his mixtape shit. So I feel you. He would never do that.
But
He
that's
would
but
never
that's
do it.
but that's what people
You're
were
right. You're right. You're
expecting.
right.
They wanted mixtape Weezy to perform the whole fucking dedication catalog. Negative. No, no, no. Okay.
Negative
I'm
no
more
is crazy.
I'm more comfortable. I am more comfortable with Kendrick. And ever since this whole beef played out, everybody's trying to do the whole revisionist history on how Kendrick don't have hits. We ain't trying to hit that little nigga before, not like us 5, 6 times. I doubt that he's gonna perform that full song. If anything, he's gonna perform the chorus, move on to the next joint. That's the most. Then NFL ain't trying to bring nobody up trying to say he's a pedo and a minor. Nah,
You
nah.
actually make a good point. I'm actually curious if he
Yeah,
will
I
perform
didn't
that because he
consider
might
that.
not
Yeah.
actually when
And
you
he
put it
got to,
that
I mean,
way.
people got to remember FCC, guidelines. It's certain things he
Yeah.
cannot say, like, on
Yeah.
TV. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he's definitely going to include some part of Not Like Us, whether it's just the
Yeah.
chorus or it's just the do 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 do. Like,
It's
that's
gonna
the
be something.
opening. Oh my
And
God.
people swear that Hove picking Kendrick was some type of sneaky, subtle jab and shit. But at the end of the day, Hove has said it plenty of times. He's a businessman.
Yeah.
Kendrick has
But
had the
Hove
whole
also doesn't owe Drake no loyalty when Drake has given Hove his ass to kids multiple times. Like, it gives very father son relationship of like, yeah, I look out, I fuck with you, but like when you fall on your ass, you fall on your ass. Because like Jay has tried many times to bring Drake in to help Drake out, to give him some advice. He maybe little broed him a little bit, but whatever, that's the game. And Drake has been like, fuck you. I'm big bro. Oh, okay. So
and the fact that people make it out like, oh, the Super Bowl's in New Orleans, so New Orleans should be performing. And I'm like, the Super Bowl wasn't in fucking Canada, but we can perform. The Super Bowl wasn't in fucking Minnesota, but
Nah,
I recall
I
Prince
feel you.
performing.
Like, why they gonna concede to like, oh, that's where you from? Let's put him in there. It's the fucking NFL. They don't give a fuck about that.
Exactly. Like I said, yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's not an obligation, but I wouldn't put it past Kendrick to put some New Orleans artists on because he does respect the culture. So I wouldn't put it past him to do it, but at the same time, it's not obligated. And going back to whoever brought up September, who he brought up Future and Nicki Minaj. Look, I know that Future put out like 2, 3 albums. I like Streets Made Me a King, but nah, I don't see it for Future. And Nicki Minaj, hell no. I'm sorry. Whoever
I see it for Future. I just don't feel like I
Yeah,
see it
you
for
gotta choose the
him
right
right
projects.
now. I definitely think Future could definitely make a case for why he should
I
be
don't think
there.
Future honestly could do it by himself. Future would have to have some type of backing person.
exactly.
I don't think he could
Mhm.
just
Exactly.
be
I
a
okay.
future
Nikki ain't
Super Bowl
headline.
halftime show. It's like, no, nigga. We
Yeah.
need we need it to be like Atlanta coming through, like
The
type
state
shit.
of America would have to change drastically for him to be able to really get a halftime
And to be
performance.
honest, for the
Mm.
Super
Like,
Bowl, we love that nigga Future shit, but he's a horrible performer. Like, let's just be real. For the Super
he's
Bowl, come on,
horrible.
he not
Like,
I'm
no way.
fried, I'm
No
fried, I'm
way.
horrible.
fucked up, shorty. Got a
At least,
vibe,
Like,
I'm vibe, I'm
at
I
least,
love
fucked up.
Future down,
at,
but
Y'all
at,
are
he's
so
at,
funny.
trash.
I agree. At least with Kendrick, you're gonna get some type of crowd participation songs. Future's gonna be too cool to do shit. It's
Listen,
been
Kendrick is going to literally hit a motherfucking 8 count. Stop playing with my nigga. You feel me? Like he's gonna dress up. He's gonna bring that
Girl,
puppet out again. You
let's
feel
move
me?
on
He's
to
gonna
the
hit the
next
two
guest.
step. He's gonna do his thing. But yeah, who else we got
We
next?
got Aaron and then we got Keela.
Wait, you Bugsy was had his hand raised for the
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
longest.
did.
that's
He
his
did. He
name.
did.
Busby's name is Aaron.
Yep,
Oh.
that's
Oh,
the name. I had to
oh.
drop the first name because Drake fans are crazy. But how are y'all doing on this good Sunday?
Hey.
Blessed, highly favored, serving the Lord in my goodness and my graciousness. How are you?
I am great, man. This is the universe works one way, and this is just beautiful to watch. I am literally watching Kendrick become the ultimate petty man. This is hilarious to me. He's not done with this man. Law 15, destroy your enemy completely. That's what he's
Not
doing to Drake.
48 laws of power, nigga.
People called me crazy, but I've told people he's not done. This man, Drake, disrespected his family, tried to tear his family apart in front of the world. No, he's going to take this slow, layer by layer. Him doing the Super Bowl just makes first person shooter sound unlistenable. It sounds funnier to me now. Like, this is hilarious. He can't listen to that song no more. Drake can't watch the Super Bowl. He can't do shit but drop 100 gigs of behind the scenes shit that no one gives a fuck about. This is great. And y'all keep saying like, oh, Kendrick needs to capitalize on this. Kendrick moves at the beat of his own drum. When he pops out, he's gonna pop out, and y'all gonna camera to him because he has the power now. He took that shit from Drake. He moves when he moves, the world moves. So when he takes a step, y'all gonna take a step with him. It's gonna take forever, but y'all gonna pay attention. When the album comes, it's gonna come. Oh man, this is great. And yeah, and he is gonna perform Not Like Us. He's not gonna say a minor. The whole crowd is gonna sing that shit with him. The
Must be
whole world's
TDE.
gonna sing it. I'm not TDE. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just a very passionate person. I'm a very passionate person.
And
That's
he's
all I am.
diabolical though. He's gonna bring up Wayne. He's gonna be like, you see, I got your big bro up here, right?
Oh no, no, no. Wayne has a choice. Wayne has a choice.
Right.
Either he could just watch this at home, or he could join in on stage and have his protege be upset with him. Either way, this is an absolute L for Aubrey. This is an absolute L, and he needs to take a knee. That's all. He needs to take a knee and go in the locker room and just disappear.
Shit is crazy.
I'm just saying, or just punt the ball. Don't keep trying to go for it on 4th and 25. It's not going to work. I'm just saying. I'm sorry if I'm derailing it, but this is great. This is absolutely great. And the thing is, he does more coming. He's not done being petty with him. This comes out, the halftime show's what? Right after the Grammys? He's going to get a Grammy and then perform that song. This is Not Like Us is going to go down as the greatest diss track, the most impactful diss track of all time. And all Drake had to do, was keep it a friendly fade. Don't bring up my family. But he did it anyway. And look what happened. You told him to drop, 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 and he dropped. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times, and then performed it 5 times. And then kicked back, and now that shit's about to be diamond. Oh man, it must suck to suck. But yeah, I just had to get all that out.
You are disgusting. I'm right.
I've never heard a person so disgusted
Right.
in my life with
Oh no! And when it
Drake.
comes to the Jay-Z shit, y'all got to remember that Megan Thee Stallion's on Rock Nation. That is still a Rock Nation artist, and Drake dissed her. And Jay-Z just, he probably sees Beyonce. She probably doesn't like the shit what's it called, that Drake's been doing. So no, he saw what Kendrick did at the pop out and was like, nah, we got to get him for the Super Bowl. Taylor Swift, honestly, if you look at the whole record of Jay-Z when he ran the Super Bowl, it's been J-Lo and Shakira, it's been Dr. Dre and Kendrick and friends, it's been Rihanna and Usher. It's number black folks. There ain't gonna be no white people up there. Only white person that touched that stage was Eminem. So, and that was because he had to join a black man. Taylor Swift ain't gonna see that Super Bowl stage until Jay-Z goes away. Ah, man, this is great. This is
Well,
great.
Buzz, Aaron, please go drink some water. I could tell you got, a little ring around your mouth because you was going in just now. I know your mouth is you need the hydration right
Oh,
now.
I'm hydrated. I'm already hydrated. I had a
I
whole lot of water.
know because oh boy, you let it off like
No, when
Um,
that person said that Nicki Minaj in future needs to be up there. No, Nicki got a very weird person around her, married to, has a baby with. Oh, yeah.
so
oh,
That
y'all
no.
saying that Nikki will never ever be a good candidate for the Super Bowl?
She's a
Nikki
weirdo.
performed. Nikki performed at the Super Bowl. She just didn't headline.
Yeah. Yes, yes, she ain't got a headline. She done burned bridges too. Just like her fucking BFF. She done burned bridges with everybody.
I
She just
think
lucky.
Nikki had a very strong chance at one point of really being like it was either between her and Missy that was gonna be like the first woman to like rapper to like headline or two. Like I really thought that at one point it was either gonna be her or Missy.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
Did
she
Oh
had
yeah.
it
Missy
Off
at one
do
top.
point.
one though?
I mean, I
Hmm?
don't know
Yeah,
now
she did
because
it
so
in
much has
2012. She
happened.
went
But
up there
yeah,
with Madonna.
she did
Oh,
pop
okay,
out with
okay.
Madonna. Yeah, she did. But like that's what I'm saying. There was a time where you couldn't tell me it wasn't gonna be Missy or Nicki that was gonna get that first spot as like a female rapper to solo headline. But now because so much has changed, it's like I don't really know based on public perception of how the industry or just how people feel
They
about
put
shit, you
Doja there
know?
before they put her now.
Right now
Oh
they're
yeah,
starting to
Easily,
put
off
Doja
top.
easily,
in there.
I'm
easily,
surprised it wasn't
Niggas
Doja
already
easily.
Cat.
on YouTube putting together
Oh
like mashups of
yeah.
what Doja shit would look
She
up.
got real
Like,
showmanship. She would
Yeah.
really like kill it for them. They'd be like, wow,
Yeah.
you
She
know.
would. Doja
I'm,
would be
su-
a good option.
I'm surprised Doja Cat. Honestly, I have a feeling they had a good idea. They were probably going to get Doja Cat or somebody to do the halftime show. But then when they saw what Kendrick did over the summer, Hove was just like, "Oh no, we got to get Kendrick."
I I I,
So
I want to
what
say Doja would be great too, and I'm nothing against Doja. I think, like so y'all said it earlier, NFL is definitely a white, super redneck industry, and you know how they treated black women ever since Janet had that. Well, what Justin did to Janet type shit. I don't think it's Doja fault, or I don't think it's black women fault, but I think that's why it's hard to get a black woman headliner because then white men that be up top be real iffy about bringing black women
What about
on.
Beyonce
Even
then?
though I don't think
Yeah, she
Yeah,
had
multiple
Beyonce.
times.
wasn't that when Jay Z started owning the shit then?
No,
Nah,
Jay
she did
Z
it
did
Oh,
prior.
this
okay.
shit
Yeah.
2020. Yeah,
Corrected. My fault then. My fault.
yeah.
Hey, yo,
But
Yanni, can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So again, I hate when I don't feel forced, but I hate when people make me defend people that I'm not really big fans of. I There's nothing that can compel me to really understand how people are more upset with Nicki Minaj for marrying a creep than actual creeps. People did not have most people, I'm not saying anybody here, do not keep the same energy for Dr. Dre, a confirmed rapist, and he has beat the fuck out of Michelle. Instead, they keep their energy for women who are in proximity to
you know
abusers.
what Kendrick's job was when it comes to all this? His job was to take down Drake by any means necessary. He brought in
Using
people.
abusers,
Yeah, he had to do whatever tactics. He done
using
told you he
rapists.
is not your savior. He done told you that.
I don't need to
He's
be.
not trying to be a savior. He's not trying to
I don't
be
need to
the
be
moral
saved. But
compass. He's
if
just trying to
anybody
take
here
down one
needs his
person.
saving,
All right, y'all. Respect. Don't be
I'm
yeah,
just
arguing
saying.
with each other.
I'm just saying. I'm just
like I
saying
said,
he was not your savior. He's not the moral compass. He is a Gemini. He has both sides. He ain't shit. He done told you he ain't shit. He's just trying to take
imagine
down this one person. And that's
imagine your
it.
Leave the
zodiac
stars and the moons
sign.
out of it.
Hello, imagine being a Gemini and saying,
oh,
"Hey,
Please,
I can
y'all
please,
support
sound
just
people
so
please.
who
gay.
abuse women.
Yeah.
I can support abusers because he's a Gemini." That's insane.
And
That's
Nicki
that's
Minaj is married to a damn pedophile. That
and
fucking
she's a
Twitter was
weirdo,
murder too.
and she's a weirdo.
Uh huh.
Dr. Dre beat the fuck out of Michelle. He broke her
Okay.
eye socket,
Yeah.
and
I'm
nobody
just
so
not.
nobody brings that up.
I don't be with the
so I
whataboutism.
guess
They all weird. They all get the same energy.
I'm sorry. I guess my whole point being is like I would have to disagree that no one brings it up because I know every time Dr. Dre even pops up on my timeline for any reason, it's always a whole bunch of women on my timeline saying
Yes.
like, "Don't
So we
Mm-hmm.
still
forget this
supporting him?
motherfucker." Da 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 da
Yeah.
da. Like,
Right.
cause I watched the pop out and I could see both sides of it being like, "Nah, fuck that nigga." And I'm saying this as someone who's actually close with D Barnes. Like, I actually talked to D. So I can tell you, I've had conversations with her, and I know how hard it is for her to really balance that because you want to give him his flowers while also condemning him for what he's done. So, as three women who deal and work within the confines of hip hop and R&B, all three of us understand that. I think to say that no one calls out that behavior is ignoring the women that are. Maybe the men aren't, but unfortunately, we expect that. I'm not expecting Kendrick to be any sort of Black Panther leader for me. I can understand the imagery not matching the actual actions, but still respecting it. If that makes sense, because like I'm never going to ask the most out of performers. They're performers at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I
Expect
respect
it
the
to be
imagery,
performance,
but it's
to be
I
honest.
performance at the end of the day.
I ain't gonna hold you. Kendrick is flawed. Kendrick is flawed because of what he's done himself and who he associates with. Drake is flawed because of what he does out and about. Jay-Z is flawed for shooting his brother and cheating on his wife. I'm pretty sure the majority of people. I'm saying that the majority of the people that we like, chances are, is flawed. Whether their flaws is out in public and private. So we're gonna. So if we're gonna hold one person accountable, we might as well keep it all across the boards and fuck it, throw the whole entire hip hop R&B away.
But
That's
And
I
what
the
I
will
think.
say,
Baltimore
but I
Riley
will
thing.
say, I will say honestly though, just to September's point, women are held to the fire way more than men are. If we're gonna be honest and transparent here, let's be real. When that situation happened with the Trump with Chrisette Michelle, sis ain't revived her career since. Hello, you know what I mean? And she just sung for the white man. She ain't even do no heinous crimes, no nothing. And niggas held her ass to the fucking fire. So I do understand September's point in the sense of when it comes to women, it's like we have to have such this bigger, higher regard to, even if it's close proximity to predatory, behavior, et cetera, et cetera. It's like we're just in the proximity of it. We're not actually causing it, but yet we are blamed and victimized, and you know what I'm saying? We're held to the fire way more than the men who are actually doing these crimes. Like
My only
it's
thing with
crazy.
Nikki is that, like, if she want to marry and procreate with that man, that's none of my business. I don't give a fuck. My issue is when a victim is speaking out and saying this is what happened to me, and you're disregarding what that victim is saying. That's when it
Ex-
becomes an issue for me. My issue was
exactly.
never who she married and who she had a baby with. Girl, you do what the fuck you want with your
I
pussy because
agree with
that's
that.
what you do.
She also
But
did
when
a
a
song with
victim
Six
is
Nine
coming
too.
out and saying something and saying, hey, this is what happened to me, this is X, Y, and Z, and you verbatim are coming out and saying, no, that didn't happen, and you weren't even fucking there, and you're a victim of shit like that yourself, nah, bro, that's when you got the game fucked up. So I don't give a fuck about who she's standing next to. Everybody's standing next to a fucking creep. My fucking great grandfather was a damn pedophile, and that's in my bloodline. So I'm not going there with that. My issue is if that's somebody's story and they coming out and saying it, and unfortunately that affects who the public perception of your partner, that's who you lay down with. But you don't go ahead and trash that woman for her experience. That's my issue.
I agree. I when it comes to that specific case, I do agree. I was just speaking more so in the the generalization of how it is when it comes to women being held,
Oh, absolutely. Black
yeah,
women
yeah.
are always held responsible to carry the bulk of the weight. Like that's just always been historically our role, unfortunately. But like in the case of Nikki, like nah, bro. Like whoever she want to deal with, I don't give a fuck who she. If she want to hang with 6ix9ine, Kanye, whoever. Even though Kanye never, been accused of that. He has little weirdo shit or whatever. But whoever she want to stand with, be next to, I don't give a fuck. But if somebody is coming out and they're saying this is my story and what I went through with your husband, then man, you gotta respect that woman's story. Don't throw that shit on that woman's, name or whatever. So I think that plus like just her being a big ass bully. I just feel like public perception is everything and people disregard it because they feel like it's not a big thing, but it very much is. Like that's how people give you opportunity. Bro, I've been given opportunities just based off people just knowing my body and how I work. We all have been given opportunities in some way, shape, or form just based off people just knowing our character. Character is a big part of this that we're losing here. Like, it's all about a person's character. Do I know you to at least be somewhat of a stand up person? Not an unflawed person, but a stand up person. That's it. So all of this bringing up, like, yeah, we know Dr. Dre is. I'm saying on a public record, recorded. We know Dr. Dre is a rapist, is an abuser. We know that. That man should be condemned for everything. I don't know why the Grammys have some shit named after him. I don't know why they giving it out to niggas. I don't know why he's giving as much, like praise without really paint like for what he did. But that's what we living in. And I'm saying this again as someone who's close with D. So like I just don't know what else we like. We if we're gonna talk about the music and the culture, then let's talk about that. But we ain't gotta bring that shit up every 5 minutes. Cause we know what it is. It's nothing I can do sitting in my living room that can break the powers that be.
And that's on period.
Hey y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear
we
you. Who that?
can.
What's your name, love?
Kaylon. Kaylon
My name
Raps.
my name Kaylin. I'm an artist. I'm from
Hold on,
Milwaukee.
Kaylon. Let's let Kilo go because
Oh,
Kilo
go ahead.
got his hand raised. Okay, Kilo, you want to say something?
Nah, y'all kind of go ahead. Y'all got it. We kind of said everything that I wanted to say. Y'all good?
Oh, okay. Kaylon, you can go.
Oh yeah, yeah. My name Kaylin. I was just introducing myself. I think these spaces for our people are really dope. Um, definitely a big Kendrick fan, so I'm just kind of excited to see what he got in store. Um, I definitely agree with what everybody is saying in regards to the Nicki situation as well. But yeah, I just want to just come on here and say I'm enjoying the conversation overall. So yeah.
Thank
Oh, well,
you.
thank
We
you. We
appreciate that.
appreciate
Appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah.
I just
Okay.
want my fact. I forgot. I do remember. I wanted to say one thing. My fault.
Yeah, okay, no, go ahead.
Earlier we was talking about, well, y'all was talking about Kendrick performing at the Super Bowl and him dropping the album afterwards. I kind of feel like he might drop that album before, and then he'll have fresh songs and fresh sets for it. He might not, because like I said, none of us really know what this nigga gonna do because he's so mysterious and shit. But I can see him dropping the album ahead of time, and then having a fresh set of songs and shit. He might even have new shit for the damn Super Bowl, knowing how that nigga go. But yeah, that's really the other thing I wanted to add from earlier.
Okay, I want to know really quick, like, who y'all think Kendrick is gonna bring, or who he should bring
Black
for
hippie,
this performance?
black hippie.
I already told y'all I want to hear collard greens.
I
Oh
I know we done
boy.
said it like a million times. I really do think he gonna stomp on this nigga grave and bring Wayne on stage though. I think that he's not obligated to, but man, the nail in the coffin
The
for
question
bringing that
is
nigga up.
Wayne gonna go on stage? That's really
Well,
what we need to
the
know.
rumor has it, man, like him and Drake ain't really that cool, ain't cool like that. There've been like signs, he's been low key subliminal to him. They said they didn't talk to each other at the white party, and he was wearing Weekend's
Who your
EXO.
sources?
Bro, it's been out there.
Yeah,
He was wearing Weekend's EXO chain. He was performing Not Like Us at his shows.
Yep.
There's this, and then he on that new Corday record, he was like sending little subliminals. People thought he was sending subliminals to Drake. So there might be some trouble in the YMCMB universe or whatever. Who knows?
I was
So
I
gonna say
think I
that.
that
think
could
he's definitely
also.
bringing out Wayne for sure. Shit, he might bring out Rihanna. To be honest, like
I was gonna
it's
say though, I don't know if y'all know, throughout all Drake's little whack ass beefs that he been having, Wayne always stayed neutral though. That's why I think he'll go on stage. Like I don't think he really give a fuck, especially because like nigga, it's Wayne. Niggas still love Wayne, and y'all know we ain't seen Kendrick drunk as hell rapping Hot Boys. I think Wayne respects the fanism of that too, type shit where he gonna be like, nah,
Yeah,
nigga, I'm going
Yep.
on stage with my nigga. And
Yep.
he told
yeah.
Drake to keep that shit Canadian. That's his fault. You know what I'm
He
saying? He
can't
don't
do
give a
no
fuck about
wrong
that
in New Orleans.
at all.
And I'm sorry, and we just got reminded that Drake did fuck Wayne's girl while Wayne was in prison. So being reminded of that shit, probably all the more
Facts.
Oh,
reason
I
that
never
Wayne would join
Nah,
forgot.
it.
So I don't
facts.
know
I mean, I'm
who
gonna be real.
he.
I'm gonna come clean
I
with y'all. I
never
don't think. I
forgot.
don't think. I really don't think Wayne give a fuck about that shit because it's been years and he done fucked plenty of bitches. I mean, yes, it's a stain on it, but I don't really think he care about that. I do agree with Kilo though. I think it's because Wayne has always been neutral in everybody's beef. Like you never really see him, even if Nicki's beefing with any. Like I mean, let's be honest. Nicki was beefing with Lotto, and Lotto had a song with Lil Wayne. You get what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
so I do believe Wayne is at the status where he don't give a fuck about y'all niggas beef. Like I brought y'all niggas up, do what you gotta do. I'm just here to be happy. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
in his
Keep my
own
little
world. He's in
he's
his own
literally in his
world.
own world. So I do think it would be likely that he would come out for the Super Bowl just because it is New Orleans. It makes all of the sense for you to come out, you know what I'm saying, on some like hip hop shit, some, showing respect to the culture, whatever the case may be. But I do think Wayne has always been neutral. So it wouldn't be for at least I don't think it would be an issue really if he did come out, to be real with y'all.
It's
And they
Louisiana
got a
before
song
or after
together,
the
so
Super
I wouldn't
Bowl.
be mad.
Yeah, it's not gonna be as deep as people are trying to make it seem. Like, unless I don't, not even because he could literally do a song with Kendrick. Niggas is not gonna be like, yo, Wayne is choosing sides. No, that's just Wayne. He's gonna go
Well,
with
the
what
Drake
he want to
fans gonna
do.
be like that.
The
They surely
Drake
gonna.
piece,
facts.
yeah, the
Yeah, Arby's
you know.
Angels gonna be in their feelings. Like they're taking MAGA and Arby's Angels are having the worst year ever, and I love every minute of it.
Swear
This
them niggas is the same people. I swear to God.
they are. They damn near are, dog.
No, don't do that. I used to be an Aubrey Angel back
No,
in the
you like
day.
Drake up to a point.
I
You
was
did.
about to
Yeah, I
say
just stopped.
There's a
everybody stopped
difference.
liking Drake at some point, bro.
Like,
Like we
At a
all
certain album
ima-
recognize.
era, y'all stop fucking with him.
imagine if Drake gets Super Bowl airtime and he's dedicate 15 minutes talk about how Rihanna, how he's anti sex is average with you. Man, bathroom break. Fuck that.
Okay, Okay, but let's be honest. Drake is gonna get a Super Bowl one day.
No, he
I
won't.
agree. I feel like
I've
I
that's why
think
been
he's
saying
not
for
is like
years
very
that he
delusional.
deserves one. I've been saying this since Hotline Bling.
He's
Yeah.
gonna get one. That's
I think
Uh,
he
I
earned
The
it
feel like
money,
already.
the
so. Can
money
I
I'm
say
gig,
surprised he
something?
man.
ain't
Like,
get one yet
Money
already.
gig
If
paying
I
him.
really
Yeah.
think about it.
I feel like that's why all the Drake fans was upset because they really thought Wayne was gonna get it this year and he was gonna bring out Drake and Nicki too. That's what everybody thought was gonna happen, and it didn't go out that way. And a lot of niggas got in their feelings about that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
they,
if
they
I
they
mean,
assumed. They just assumed, and I don't like assuming. Like when it comes to Kendrick, I don't assume nothing. I just kick back and let the unpredictable be unpredictable. We don't know
Right.
what he's gonna do, and that's what I love about Kendrick. I don't put my expectations because I didn't like. I remember I was listening to Pimp a Butterfly before Damn came out, and I'm expecting some old deep shit. Then Damn dropped, and I'm like, oh well, shit, that's my fault. So after that, after Mr. Morale, you don't know what this nigga gonna do. It's probably gonna be the most ignorant album ever, or it could be the most peaceful album ever. I don't know.
I think he's
So
gonna do some ignorant shit. We already got the peaceful Kenny. I think he's gonna turn the fuck
I'm
up and it's gonna be a celebration. Real black, real niggas, real E and J pouring out on the fucking street for the dead homies and them, crip
Oh
walking,
my
blood
god, you
walking,
think he
all
gonna
that.
let me bring some E and J and Crip Walk across the yard, the little like
I,
yard thing
I
we
mean,
got?
I mean, but y'all made a point. Like Drake performing at the Super Bowl is inevitable. He just got to be likable again, and then he got to
Yeah.
go back, and then he got to go back to making hits. Stop hanging out with Yachty. Stop hanging out with them 18-year-old girls. Hide out for a year. Make people miss you. Recalibrate. Then come out with songs. Super
I'm
Bowl
Keyword
will
gonna
piss
be
you off.
honest
hide
with
out.
y'all.
That nigga need to
I'm
just
gonna be
go
honest with y'all,
away.
people. I think that time is over with. I think Kendrick broke this man. His ego is shattered. He is like, nah,
I have
that's
to
done.
disagree. I'm gonna be
I
honest. I
disagree
have to
too.
disagree. Drake is a fucking machine. Let's not
Machine's
Yes.
forget.
not working lately.
You know
Nothing's
how many
I
working.
people
would
don't
agree
give a
with
Listen,
fuck
that.
about what
it
I
it
Kendrick
it,
do.
dropped?
it may
I
not
feel
work right
like
now. Go ahead, Yon. Go
his
ahead.
strategy is a little jacked up right now. Like I do think he needs people around him to let him know for real. Like your point,
Yeah,
Riley. Like he needs to take a break.
Yeah, I
he
agree.
needs
I
some real
think
Sick
niggas around
man
him.
with
That's
I
sick
what he
feel
needs.
like the
thoughts.
fact that he keeps putting music out in the midst of all of this is like it's very out of touch. Because I feel
A
like
hundred
it's just
gigs of
very
music.
clear. Like we just need you to just fall back.
I just
He
remember.
he
I just
gotta
go
put
back
it
to
out
Meet the
though, cause he
Grams.
signed that
Sorry.
deal.
I
So
just go
He
look,
back.
can't
I
stop
just
putting
go
out
back to
music.
Meet the Grams, and I just think back to what Kendrick said, and I think he meant every word of that shit. And he knows what's going on behind the scenes at the embassy. If this nigga goes down on some
The
R. Kelly shit,
embassy.
oh man, oh man, that's how I feel because he meant that shit. He felt that nigga. He wants that nigga to die. Like he literally said it on the record. He meant that shit. And I take his word for it. I'm like, he found out some shit about him and he's disgusted by it. So it's like, no, I think that time has passed. This is a fuck boy and will forever be a fuck boy until he gets that ego from the bottom. You
so
know,
Well,
wait.
I think we just gonna have to agree to disagree on that
I
because
know how
I
we
don't
can
think
agree
his
to
time
disagree.
has passed yet.
I don't.
I think
Nah,
right
Yeah.
Drake
now
could come
So
back,
he's
but
definitely
he
not
not playing
favorable,
the right
but
cards at all.
yeah, it's not favorable
But like, what
right
cards
now.
do he
But he'll be
play? To
good
be
eventually.
honest, like,
The
so I was
cards
about to
that
say
the
that.
listen,
Look
listen, the
though.
cards that he needs to play, like Jan said, you need to fall back, bro. You
Take a
understand?
knee.
Right now, you're playing the game with a broken Achilles. You need to fucking take a break,
He can't take a
relax,
break
But
though.
you,
recover.
he
He can't.
can't take a break though.
What
He
you
Yes,
signed
he
mean?
that
He can
can. What
take
you
deal.
a
mean he
break.
can't
that
take a
nigga
break?
He
That
expired.
signed
you
that
He cannot
deal.
take
that
a break.
UMG deal got him fucked up. 400 million. He got to pay that back. He can't take a break. That's why he's releasing so much music, bro. Not even on the damage control
So
shit
you're
because he's
saying
trying
he's
to
a
he's trying to.
slave.
I mean,
Kanye
it's
called it.
fifty
He
fifty.
said
Yeah,
Lucci is
they
his
gave
rich
him
baby
that back.
daddy.
Speaking of Kanye, I want to ask all y'all this, but I know the answer anyway.
Oh
Do
my
y'all,
God.
do y'all think Kanye will ever perform at a Super
If
Bowl?
he
Period.
takes his meds and he
Nah,
calms the
nah,
fuck
nah, nah.
down.
He
Nah,
lost his
he
image
just
is
That's a
fucked
nigga
up,
that
bro.
burnt all the
It don't matter.
bridges. He burnt all the bridges.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But the
that
thing about
image,
Kanye,
bro, it's a
he could
dub.
easily the thing about Kanye, he could easily rebuild those
The
bridges if he
bridges is
really
easy
wants to.
bridges now. Kanye is never
nah, not with
doing.
the Jews though. He can't
No,
rebuild
no,
no
he
Yeah,
could.
bridges.
That's
that
just, no. The thing
exactly.
about
That is
Kanye,
exactly where he fucked up.
no,
That's
no.
the money
The thing
maker,
about
bro.
Kanye,
There's
no.
one community you don't ever fuck with when you in this game, bro, and it's that one. That's
Oh,
where
I
he
I
fucked
get
up.
wish
you.
I wish we said we had that same energy for the black community. What the fuck?
We should. No, no,
Do y'all
no.
hear
We definitely
yourselves?
should.
Do y'all
We
niggas hear
definitely should.
yourselves
That
when niggas
part.
talk like that? Do y'all hear yourselves? Oh, that's
We
for
I,
the
don't got the
community.
lobbying
We
power,
can't talk about that
unfortunately.
community. The
That's what
fuck?
it is.
What's going
I think I
on?
agree.
Shit.
Listen, I agree with you 100%. I just think that it's a difference in while we control the control culture, what's popular, what niggas get into, those people still got a lot of money at the top. And
no,
that's what makes it.
Kanye could easily apologize to those. No, no, I'm just saying in general, Kanye could easily rebuild those bridges if he really wants to. If he really wants to, he
If
could
he
do
really
it.
wants to, he
I,
could.
I ain't
I
gonna
mean, he
hold
could get
you.
back good with some rap friends, but if you talking about
No,
like
I'm
back
talking
to what
about
he
them
was,
too. I'm talking about
I,
they. He
I,
could. He could if he
That
I,
nigga
wants to.
mentally incapable.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
keep it
hold.
a bean. Nobody trusts Kanye, bro.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
know.
They're not gonna be friends with this nigga. He gonna try and make up with them, and they're gonna think he on some weird shit. It's a
I ain't
dub.
gonna hold you. I'm afraid of Kanye getting because first of all, Kanye's live shows have diminished greatly. He can't perform for shit. So I'm
By
afraid of
choice.
Kanye. I'm afraid of Kanye getting 15 minutes and then turning into a rant about the Jews and how he don't want his daughters being on TikTok again.
Yo, I can nah. That will be no, because that really sounds like some Kanye shit to really sit up
That's
there
definitely some shit he
they
would
would
do.
do
and
his
just
ass
go
like
on a
Trump if
whole
he was up
rant.
there on that shit.
No, no. If he no, just imagine he rebuilds all this goodwill with everybody. He does great. They give him the Super Bowl. It's like a great extravagant performance, and then he just destroys it all by going on a 15-minute rant. I know it's 15 minutes. That's how long the fucking halftime show is. 15
They gonna
minutes.
cut the mic on his ass.
So
Yeah,
you
that's
know
why I
what?
don't think he would. I don't think he would get a Super
Not
Bowl because
facts.
I
Like if
feel
niggas
like
talking about the
he's
bottom
Go
lost
ahead,
line,
Yas.
right?
trust.
Like the biggest mishap that happened at the bowl was the JT and the fucking Janet Jackson. Like anybody that put Kanye in that position to perform would literally be sweating the whole time. Like, bro, please don't wild out. Please don't say no wild
Okay,
shit,
Y'all
bro.
remember? Y'all remember? When that shit happened at Katrina, and he was on the news talking about it, and he was like, George
Yeah,
Bush don't like
yeah.
black people. Them niggas
Yeah,
was
George.
behind the
Yep,
camera like,
yep.
please, Kanye, I see it in your face.
I
Please
see
Jay
don't
it
say
in
Z,
your
that.
please
face.
call me. Don't send killers at my head. Just call me.
Just call me. Oh man, but no, but like I said, if Kanye, what I noticed because I hear it in his music, if he really wants to, he can rebuild that goodwill with y'all. I notice it, but he doesn't want to. He wants to piss y'all off. So sucks.
I don't think he rebuild the goodwill with
That's if he wants to.
executives in the NFL space. I
Oh,
feel like he could rebuild that with the community.
mm-hmm.
I don't feel like they would ever trust him on a stage that big. So I
Oh,
just feel like,
never,
yeah.
never.
regardless
No,
of what he
I agree
does,
with you. I
it's
agree with
clear.
you.
Although
Nobody.
I would
No.
love to really see that. I'm talking like college dropout Kanye, devil in a like ooh, Jesus, like whoa, I'm losing my mind here thinking about that performance because Kanye West, if we want to be really fucking serious, Kanye is a great choice for a Super Bowl halftime performance.
Agreed.
The fact that he taps into the artist side and producer side, he can bring out guests, he can hold the stage on his own. Like Kanye can really give us a cinematic performance. He's a fucking real artist. You know what
But
I'm
he
saying?
on
Like
I
Griffiths
think the
though.
biggest thing is
He's
his
on
music is built
Griffiths.
for
it
that
is.
stage.
It's definitely built for that. So
But
I'm kind of
Kendrick is too.
disappointed.
The Kendrick is a really, really great performer too. Like the Big
Yes, I
Steppers
agree.
tour, that was amazing. The Damn tour, that was amazing. He really built. He really evolved into a very A tier like performer. He puts on a show, and man, the Big Steppers tour was one of the best. It was the best show I've ever been to. That
And
was
plus,
great.
and
I want
plus,
to say something, but it's off topic. I just want to say, so through the whole Drake Kendrick beef, streams was like this huge issue. Like, oh yeah,
Who the fuck is cooking crack in the back? What the hell?
I just muted his mic. I'm like, what is
Oh,
going
all
on?
right. Let's
One
not indict ourselves here, all right?
y'all funny
cooking
as hell.
crap. That was
Not
Yeah.
in this house.
Not in this motherfucking house.
But nah, I was gonna say I hate that people try to bring up streams, especially because like, so I'm 30, I'm old. I remember when niggas used to buy
Nigga,
albums
you's
14.
young. Shut up.
I'm older compared to these young niggas listening to music. That's what I was getting at.
Nah, that's up
So,
right there.
but
That's
I'm
up.
saying y'all remember we used to buy albums 14.99 for your favorite artist. You would buy 5 albums. You can't do that no more. I don't think streams really. I get it. It still plays a part. Like it's a stat for an artist still that shows this many people listening, but it don't show the same weight as like someone going to buy your physical album. I say that just because that whole Drake being one away from Mike shit. Like nigga, a lot of that is streaming, and I personally don't want to count that.
No, it does. That's like
Whole Drake came up in the CD era too. He came up in the transitional period, so you can't really take that away
A
from
lot
yeah.
him.
of his newer albums, everything from Views on was streaming because streaming
I
started
think Drake was very
2015.
much so in on that cusp. He very much so was on that cusp. So he kind of does consider um in the beginning stages, in my personal opinion, of the streaming, like real streaming shit or whatever. So
And he was selling like shit
Which
yeah.
then.
yeah, and I
Niggas was in
respect it.
college listen to that shit, to be honest.
Trust me,
Like,
I
yeah.
get it because I was listening to Drake in '09. Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Wale, Big Sean. When I was in high school, those were the people I was listening to, and the other people too. All I'm saying is, for me, Drake released what? Nothing Was the Same, Take Care, Thank Me Later before streaming. Every other album he has came out during the streaming era. Views and On was 2015 and on. A lot of his numbers come from streaming. So I personally don't like when people start talking about, oh yeah, he got a billion streams, he the greatest artist ever. Uh,
But I think this argument only works is if he wouldn't have numbers without the streaming. But I think Drake still would have had those numbers
You would
regardless.
have had those physical numbers, like people would have went out and bought them shits.
Yeah, because they did. They already
but
did
see,
that. He in
he
that
Drake is
he
a
period.
was getting them
global
sales though
artist.
because you have to remember
Yeah, they would
how his
have.
albums was spaced out though versus now that's not the same thing. Take Care and Nothing Was the Same was a 3-4 year gap versus what Certified Lover Boy, nothing, Honestly Never Mind, and them other shits that he dropped.
Take Care came out in 2011. Nothing Was the Same came out
I'm sorry, what are we
2013.
arguing right now?
Just streaming and shit. Like how people.
I'm basically saying that Drake would have still, if there was
Oh,
never a
boo.
streaming
The
era
men are
that came
boring
when
up the
Drake was out,
conversation.
he
Where's the
would have
women?
still.
Don't give a fuck
Oh
about
my stop
streaming, bro.
us.
Where's the women? I want to hear from the
Yeah,
ladies.
bring some women up here.
Let's talk
Where
about
the women
Nobody's
streaming.
at?
requesting. It's just y'all.
Oh, so you want to talk about Nicki and Meg? Is
Absolutely
Oh,
that what the
now we
not.
conversation
being
is
Don't
now?
ever
sexist.
disrespect me in your
Now we
life.
being
Don't
now we being
say
disrespectful.
like
Second
that.
is
Don't ever
crazy.
disrespect me in your life, all right? Let me tell you something
Don't
real
ever
quick.
Second
fucking
is
disrespect
crazy.
us
Don't ever
in your
fucking
life.
disrespect me.
I don't know where that came from, but
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know where it came from either. Just don't ever disrespect me. Thank you.
Nah, we all
I
confused.
know, right?
Do
All
y'all think
right.
Megan could hold it down for a Super Bowl since we talking about Megan?
No.
She's
Yes,
No,
not there
She
yet.
held
absolutely.
down for
Yeah,
the Democrats,
absolutely.
right?
Oh yeah, she's a
Absolutely.
great performer. She can do it. Yeah, oh,
Does she has the hits and the likability and the
she
no.
got
what's
15
Yes,
minutes of
the
hits.
No,
yes.
I would
All
say
you
All
I
need
the
would
is
say
above.
15
go
No,
minutes.
but
over
it don't
All
matter
her.
the
though,
above.
because she don't
Girls
take
fuck with her.
smash.
The girls fuck with her. She has all the above. She could definitely hold down the Super Bowl for 15 minutes. Hands down.
Touche.
But as a
Touche.
headliner or
as a
just
headliner?
coming
Yeah.
on?
Oh, absolutely not.
Oh no,
Absolutely
Yeah,
hell
not.
no.
She's
I
very
agree with you.
talented.
I think no, not yet.
Yeah, she's talented. She's a good performer. What I've seen, but
Although
I
with
don't
her
think
sold out arena tours and all that, yeah, I don't think she could hold down a 15-minute Super Bowl
Well, I'm
performance.
not saying that she
no.
We
can't
talking
hold it
about the
down.
Super
I
Bowl.
think if we talking about like cultural currency and comparing her to the likes of like a Rihanna, Taylor Swift, or Drake, I just don't think Megan's there yet, personally.
I
Really?
agree. And she doesn't have really
Oh,
the hits for a Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, no.
yeah,
Can you
no.
imagine them performing WAP at the Super Bowl? That would be amazing. Hot Girl Summer at the Super Bowl?
Because
Man.
I'm trying to see who else really are contenders now. Because after Kendrick, who do we really consider? I mean, I was gonna say Tyler the Creator, but does he have?
Bro,
That would
Tyler
be
just
Oh yeah,
doesn't. The
Tyler
only
is
crazy.
thing is,
different.
Tyler doesn't have like those real Super Bowl hits yet. Like,
Yeah, I
I
agree.
agree. Like
he need a couple more years.
he's
Mm-hmm.
very entertaining. He's
What do y'all
engaging.
think
He's
about
definitely.
Child?
He don't
I,
got the hits either.
I
No.
don't want
yeah,
to listen to no
Come on.
motherfucking Childish Gambino.
I need y'all to be
He
so
said,
Ah,
for real
why
"Who?
on this
y'all
phone.
I ain't want to be the
don't
one to
do
say
Like,
it though."
that?
don't piss me
I want
off
y'all to
on
be
this
so for real
Sunday.
before I mute everybody. Like, please be so for real.
Matter of fact, we ending the room right now.
Hey,
Shit.
He can make
I'm
another
just
season
asking
in
a
He's not
question.
gonna
Atlanta.
I'm
do
just
This Is America
spitballing.
in no Super Bowl. He's
Damn,
not gonna do
cuz
that.
you fucking up.
Bro, good for making another season in Atlanta. That's about it.
Nah, 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 nah. Y'all not gonna do that, sir. I get that y'all hate This Is America. I get it, but come on now. Nah.
Dog,
For
come
the
on. This is
Super
America.
Bowl, we're
Come on.
talking
Yeah, like
child.
we can literally have the same conversation about him that we're having with Meg. Like, I just
Y'all
don't think
funny
he
as
has
hell,
Super Bowl
yo.
hits for
He
that.
don't
Much
got no
longer.
hits.
Yeah,
He
much
don't
longer
got
to get
it.
to the Super
Objectively, he does
Bowl.
not have hits to perform at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Nigga said
I
he only
agree.
good for another season of Atlanta. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's
What
That's
hurt.
about what? Let
That's
me
disrespect.
some
ask
That's
Drake
y'all.
shit.
I'm
crazy.
What
almost
about
choked.
Travis Scott? What about Travis Scott?
Nah.
Travis might be able to do it.
Yeah, he can do it. Not that I would want him up there, but he
Them
can
I
do
white
get
it.
people gonna be
goosebumps
looking
every
like
time. Yeah.
them
Yeah.
Does
old white people gonna be
does
looking like,
Travis
girl.
Scott have the hits to do and hold
No,
down
Nope, he got to bring
Super
niggas with him too.
that. Yep.
He got he
It's
has
definitely a hood. It's
goosebumps,
definitely a
sicko
hood nigga
mode,
show.
and all that,
It's a
and
hood nigga show with
Maria
Travis.
I'm drunk. He got all those.
You
Yeah.
gonna
What
have
do
So
fucking
y'all
so I
Don
think
guess
Tolliver up there
about?
on
I guess
stage.
the
No,
question
no, no. I
is
disagree. Travis is not a hood nigga show because Travis Scott majority of his fucking fan base is in little white spanky black boys
whites and
Yeah,
in
I
their
agree.
Mexicans.
houses.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely facts.
That's
Yeah, but
majority of
those,
his fan base.
but you know that's not the fan base for the NFL. That's not the fan base for the Super Bowl.
White
Shit.
people?
Why isn't it?
No, no,
Why
no,
isn't
Yeah,
not
it?
the white. No, no, no.
hell
I'm not
yeah,
talking
it
about
is.
white people. I'm talking about the age of white people.
Oh,
Those people are not going to the
Well,
Super Bowl.
I feel like every time, depending on the halftime performance, you also determine the age demographic, just in my personal opinion. Because if Rihanna's performing, I don't watch the Super Bowl for anybody but the people I want to watch. So Beyonce, Rihanna, Usher, like, yeah, you're gonna get a certain demographic. You know what I'm saying? Taylor Swift, I don't know, Sabrina Claudio, whoever. Like,
Sabrina
you
Claudio.
No,
gonna
she
get
didn't say Sabrina Claudio.
you
Oh
gonna
Lord.
get you gonna get a certain demographic that's gonna watch it. So I kind of think besides the NFL already having its demographic of who watches it, I think the halftime performance enhances that, if that makes sense too. You know what I mean? Just depending on who it is. So if Travis Scott was to be a performer, he would probably bring a lot of the young, musty crowd with him, in my opinion.
Now why they gotta
Must
be?
You know what?
musty crowd.
Them young
Gosh.
boys be musty as hell.
Musty crowd.
They be musty, not bathing in the pits. Okay. I've
Don't
been
you
in one of
open
them
up the
before.
window.
I will never do a Travis
Yo,
Scott pit again in my life because of
Bro, that
that.
shit almost killed me.
It
Don't you
almost
open up
did.
the
Like
window.
legit almost
y'all
took me
are
out.
so funny. Shut up.
I thought I was never gonna see the light of day ever
Yo,
again.
being in the Travis Scott pit is insane.
Never again.
What do
Yeah,
y'all think
I don't.
about SZA headlining?
It's not gonna work. I love SZA, but she can't headline either.
Yeah,
Damn,
she
Why?
don't.
Spencer
Yeah,
King.
No.
not scissor.
Objectively, she don't got the fan base for it or the hits. Objectively, again, I guess when y'all saying it's a certain demographic that's gonna pull up just for that artist, maybe, but I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if she, I don't know if she
Man,
has.
them
I don't know if
Super
she
Bowl
has
tickets
the.
going go.
Yeah, I don't know if she. I don't know if it's about the hits. I just think it's about the quality. Nah, I'm using this
Nah,
term real
the
loosely.
hits include.
It's
But
The
about a
it's the
hits.
multitude
quality.
of
Yeah,
things,
it
really.
because she got hit records, but I'm just talking about as in artistic
She don't
presentation.
got the impact
Well,
Nah.
I
on
You
guess
know,
like America.
if you put it
Like,
that way, what would be the difference between her and a Rihanna if we talking about artistically? Like, I feel like
None,
they
they the
would give the
same.
same kind of
Rihanna got
performance.
As
hits.
my as my man
yeah.
Oh,
Seth
I
would
didn't
say,
say hits. I said artistically.
I
But
I
no,
was
no,
He
no.
talking
But
hits.
here's
specifically said
there's
performance.
a balance though. There's a balance. You know what I'm saying? We're talking. I am talking about artistic presentation and mixed with a hit. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That everybody that when that record comes on, you you wild out. You know what I'm saying? Because you know.
Touche.
But to be
she
honest,
don't got records
but
like
to be
that.
honest, Doja Cat on Super Bowl would
Yeah,
translate
that's
way
facts.
yes,
better
That's right.
than
I
yes.
SZA
I agree.
I
because
agree.
again,
I agree.
it goes back. You got to read the room. Who's trying to hear SZA perform? Drew Barrymore or The Weeknd or
So
Snoop?
basically, we saying.
Nah,
So basically,
Yeah.
we
That see
saying
that's
it's gonna
that's
stop with
exactly
But
my
Kendrick.
point.
the
To be
throwing
a
Doja Cat though,
supermodel,
That's
if you
that's that's exactly
believe.
my point.
Yo,
We're not
imagine your
saying the
team
records
being
are
down
Oh
30.
my
we're not
god.
saying the records aren't good because they are in their own right. It's just how does it,
And that bitch
as you
gonna say
Yo,
said,
talk
read the
about
room.
Bro,
your
I'm
team being
somebody.
dying.
down
Your team
30,
down
nah.
40 points
Your
and SZA
team
come
is
out singing
down.
Supermodel.
Yeah. It's over. It's over. We might
Hey,
as well
no
just hang it up.
no bullshit. While Celine's still straight, I wouldn't have minded that either. That would have been on brand. I would have like, yeah, go ahead, put
Who?
Celine Dion
Celine
up there.
Dion?
Oh, I ain't gonna hold you. Big Celine. I ain't
Celine would
gonna
have
hold
killed that
you.
shit. Hey, she would have killed that shit. I ain't
Bro,
hold you
niggas not trying
for
to
real.
listen to Celine Dion at the
I'm with you on
halftime
that.
show.
Like, huh?
That's crazy y'all saying that because that's actually how the Super Bowl started off. Like they would have like women like a Celine Dion or whatever come out
Right.
and sing these type of ballads. That's actually how the Super
Right.
Bowl
That
halftime
is
Facts.
started.
I'm
exactly
just
how it
saying,
So
started.
that's
niggas
why it's
saying
funny that
scissor.
y'all
I'm
We
like,
like,
are
I don't
not
no,
there
care.
no, 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 no.
anymore. I don't
We're
care.
not there.
Jay ain't letting that happen. That ain't flying on his watch. That is not flying on
Well,
his watch.
also I think that's the saving grace for a lot of this shit too, right? Is that you have Jay-Z. Because trust me, if you didn't, you probably would have had Celine Dion.
You
Right.
seen them Super Bowls
No. You
before
know who
Jay
we would
Z
have had?
besides
We would have
Beyonce.
had Sabrina Claudio. That's who we'd have had.
Yeah, right.
We would have had
That
her.
we would have had my sis that sings espresso. Think about me, think about you, think about me,
Yes.
Hey,
espresso. Yeah, that's
Yes.
my shit. That's my
remember
shit.
And
this.
Olivia Rodrigo. We'd have had her too.
Jay Z
No, that's a
probably be the
fact.
same nigga put Jack Harlow in there a couple years from now. Watch.
Yo. But Jack Harlow is come on though. But
Why we
Jack
hate
Harlow.
Jack? I was about to
But
say I
Nah,
why?
like Jack,
I can't.
bro.
I'm not hating
I
No,
Jack.
like Jack,
no,
bro. Don't hate
Like,
on
no,
my boy.
no.
He does
nah.
not have the catalog.
He don't
At
have the
Yo,
all.
I
catalog,
wasn't
but
saying
he
he could
got the. But
perform.
see, again, he don't have the catalog, but he got. I feel like he got the artistic
Who
Beyonce,
ability.
came out
all
at
right,
Jack
Y'all
Harlow
Beyonce,
time
you
that got
flip
the
flopping because
catalog to
this
do
you
that?
talking about it's a balance. Now is well he got
nah,
this even though he don't got that. Nah.
But I've
nah,
seen him.
again,
Have you been to a Jack Harlow concert?
Jack Harlow don't got the catalog. I don't care what
again,
I
Nah,
nobody
he
says.
don't.
understand that. I
But
understand that. But I'm saying though. He still is. He can put on a show.
uh,
He
uh,
can put on a
Not no
show.
but it
Nobody
What
goes
was
goddamn
type
back.
of
Super
knowing
show
Bowl.
Jack
We ain't
Harlow
trying to
No.
hear
time
no
got the
whips, no
catalog though.
chains, none
But
of
it
that
gives,
shit.
that nigga gonna
but
put
it
on
goes
a
back to what I
performance
said.
with
Like,
that
it
shit.
goes back to what I said
What?
about
Ew.
it goes back to what I said about reading the room. You really trying to go to a Super Bowl halftime show, Jack Harlow
Not
talking about gang
now.
gang gang?
Not
Which
now. Not
market?
now.
Our market.
Definitely not now.
No, nigga.
Definitely not
Not
now.
ever. I would
Wow.
never.
Not
You
Shots
gonna
ever.
hear that?
fired.
What's
Cracking
popping?
crackers will go
Brand new
crazy
whip
though.
just
They'll
hopping,
go
and niggas
crazy.
gonna leave.
Jack still gotta prove himself for real for real. People been calling him an
Who said
industry
that?
plant.
Who
Yo.
said that, yo?
Yo, he
I
said niggas
did,
is
cause
gonna
it's the
leave.
truth.
Wait, who said
Yo,
that? Kilo?
Yeah,
Kilo.
it's the truth though.
Yo, somebody put that in the reasonable dialogue follow.
what about Anderson
Brand
Pack?
new whip just popping. Niggas
Anderson
gonna
Pack.
leave.
Anderson Pack would do a great show. He would.
Oh, he would.
Oh,
That's a
Anderson
great
would eat.
one.
Anderson
Who?
would eat.
Oh,
Anderson
Anderson
Paak.
Anderson?
Paak.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he
That
would.
dude will probably remix his records and make live versions of them, and we would
Yeah.
never know the difference. That's what happened. That dude would drop it on us. We're like, oh snap, that joint is fire.
Y'all don't think
Bro.
Cole can headline?
J. Cole?
Hell, man,
I
I
think he
he
could.
he could he could. I
I
just
think he
personally would not want to see that, but he
yeah,
could.
I could. I feel the same. He could, but I don't know. Jay, I don't know. It's iffy because he's another one that's kind of like in a space where he's chilling. Like he's
Wait, who
so
y'all said?
J.
J.
Cole.
J.
Cole.
Cole.
He's
The Peacemaker.
so peacemaker.
Again,
Damn,
Oh my God.
damn,
Don't do him like
again, it
that.
goes back to
damn,
reading the room. Like,
I
damn.
and I
think
agree with
he
you.
has songs that we like. I
Yeah,
just
J.
don't think
Cole was
he
the smartest
has.
nigga in the whole
I don't
beef.
think he has Super Bowl hits. To be honest with you,
I agree.
I
I agree.
yeah.
I
I don't
agree
think he got
because
Super Bowl
the man
hits.
just came out with Grippy. You really trying to hear that live setting?
Facts.
It
He would not
Bro,
Grippy.
you know
perform no
damn well he's not
Grippy if
about to
we're gonna
play
be
no damn
honest.
Griffin.
But I can't picture a J. Cole catalog by
I
himself
could picture it. I'm
headlining.
not gonna
And
lie.
I ain't never did
Really?
this
I
before.
think it might
No.
bore a lot of people, but I think he
Oh
could
well,
definitely headline a Super
okay.
Bowl.
Maybe the Friday Night Lights theme. You know, like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Or a
know.
Nah,
middle child.
we it sound like we reaching right now. We trying to make it happen.
They
We
definitely
trying to
finna
Yeah,
make it
get
cause
people
I
happen.
in
ain't
the
gonna
pit to
hold you.
rock a little
Like,
harder than they really want to rock. They be like,
It
yo,
ain't the
just
NFL,
crank a
but
little bit more.
he had the All Star Weekend lit. That's why I asked. I don't know if he
What
can, but I
about
want to.
I feel like J. Cole just barely makes it in
I
the
agree
cut.
with
what
that.
about
I'm
Yeah,
Buster?
with
What
that.
about Buster, y'all?
No.
No, no,
Oh
no.
Who?
damn, Buster
Definitely not.
Rhymes.
They would love that though, but like hell no, bro. No, 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 no.
You
I
make me
agree
want
with
to
that
drink
too. I think
almond milk.
Jay would love that, but I wouldn't want to see him on no damn Super Bowl set.
if
Tell me what you were gonna
he
do,
would have
Connie.
to be a part of a tribute. To be honest, in my opinion, it would have to be like
I
another
doubt it.
hip hop
a
Super
tribute.
Bowl.
Wait, what?
Tribute.
What are you
Like
gonna do a tribute at the
Like they did
Super
with
Yeah,
Dr.
Yeah,
on
made
some
Dre,
that
shit
Nip,
and they
and
made
gonna
that
call
Future,
dude
back.
made
and
that dude
Kendrick
The
sound like
Lamar.
he was
Ozempic commercials gonna be
75.
going crazy if he is performing.
Oh, fuck all that. Can Jay Z put himself as a
Hell
headliner for
Come
real?
on,
yeah.
bro.
Yo,
Of
Yes.
Come on
course.
listen,
Yes.
He
now.
actually
listen.
spoke
Yes.
Everybody
about
gonna
To
that
be
watch
on
that.
his
That's
real,
not
to
even a
be
radio
real
question.
with you, that nigga should have been on the stage a long time ago. Been there.
Yeah, so
I
he
think he
He
should
actually
have
hasn't
been
spoke
done
there.
one,
about
right?
that. No, so
Nah,
he
he's never
actually
done one.
spoke about that, and he told Complex that while he does understand people want him to do it, he feels like he needs to use his power power and his leverage right now to put other people on. And then, down the line when he thinks the timing is right, then he'll give himself
He'll
a
do
flop.
that. He'll do that
Yeah.
later. He's
Yeah.
he's not
He
Plus,
afraid.
wants
Hey,
he wants to
plus,
use his power to
what
put
nigga
who
gonna
he
be in the
wants.
cane by
plus
then?
on plus on the But
Hey, I'm
on the
still waiting on the
but
Jay
on the
Z
Carnage
Tiny Death.
album, he did say "fuck the Super Bowl," so it'd be really weird to see him perform at the Super Bowl.
It's
Nah,
not
no,
gonna be
no, we're
weird. The
over
nigga
that.
works
Has
He
for
No,
the
to
fucking
controls
we're
the
NFL
over
shit.
that.
What?
now.
We're
He
over
works for
that.
them niggas now.
We
Like, what are
over
we
that.
talking
We
about?
over that. He's
We
like
been we past that.
Niggas sitting at tables with him doing
We
business,
he's a
past that.
plant right
sipping
now. He's a
tea.
plant right now. So we're over that. We
Sipping
already
tea.
know.
We passed that. He
Yeah.
definitely is all the way knee deep. The nigga's taking a knee in the NFL, but not the way we want him to. Okay,
Right.
let's be honest. All right,
Right.
so
Right.
let's move on. Okay. So I think before because we've been here for a little minute. I just wanna I don't know, ladies, if y'all agree or disagree. I just want to make it just a little bit fun for the wrap up. I know we've been trying to be super professional with our choices for the Super Bowl, but I think it would be fun if we would put options of people that we actually want to see. Doesn't have to be a certain criteria. It'll be the nigga bowl. You know what I'm saying? Who do you guys, as your favorite artist, who you guys want to see perform at the Super Bowl?
Just one person?
I would
Or
love to see Tyler.
I put up to three people, max
all right,
three
all right,
people.
all right. Off.
Jay-Z, Rihanna, J. Cole.
Off
I'm
top.
sorry. I'm sorry. What are we doing right now? What's the lineup? Because y'all came into our condo and just started answering questions. What's going on?
You're just gonna answer. You're just going to give give your personal preference of Super Bowl halftime performance that you personally would like to see. Like, it don't have to be like a super duper requirement or things like that.
All right, this is my bias talking. Ari Lennox. I know that's a long shot, but I'm throwing her name out there. I
I mean,
believe
I
her.
love Ari. I ain't gonna knock it. I love Ari. But
I would love to see Alicia Keys, even though y'all try to act like she can't sing. I think that would be a cool Super
uh
Bowl.
God took her voice.
Mm.
And Alicia got
No,
hits.
God did not. Okay.
Alicia got
God is
she might
punishing
have.
her
Don't
Oh
for
yeah,
do
the
Alicia,
she
that.
got
homework
Alicia
that
she
got a
failed.
Empire State of
voice.
Mind
You know
joint.
what's
Yo,
crazy?
Alicia
So
got
right
hits.
before her Super Bowl performance last year, I had went to her 25th anniversary of the Diary. She did a show, and she ain't missed no notes. So imagine the first fucking note she sang, she cracked. I was like, "What the fuck, girl?" I think Alicia Keys could do Super Bowl. Personally, I
Mm.
think she
I
was just
think
nervous.
She got the
three.
hits.
Yeah,
I actually second that. That is a person that I would
Yeah.
really love
she actually puts
to
on a great
see.
show.
I would love to see her do a Super Bowl. Her being one, bringing back a oldie but goodie. John Legend. I think John Legend can
That's a good one.
Yes, I
would
love
definitely
that.
Mm.
He
definitely
do a good.
and
He
bringing
do.
a quote unquote newbie on the scene. I would love to see Lucky Day.
That would be a good one,
That's good. That's
Okay.
especially
So
good.
with his
Hey, you
latest
know who?
album. I feel like his latest
John
album
Legend, and Lucky
shows.
Day on a Super Bowl performance. I'm not
Yeah,
mad. I'm not
Yeah,
mad.
that'd
That's
be
Hey,
an R
fire.
and
I
B
don't know if
performance.
y'all would agree, but I think Doechii would kill that shit. Like her,
Of
of course
like
we
course,
she's
of course.
agree.
That's who I
incredible.
was
Of
going. Of
course we
course,
agree, because then
of
Milan will
course.
be DJing the
My
fuck.
guys,
Like,
guys. Y'all always put me in a
hello.
position to be biased. I hate it with all my heart. Like, but she right. She will
Like,
kill it. She
I
will.
was going.
Oh no.
I think three artists that actually will get it in the future, and I was gonna say I would love to see Doja do it. I would love to see Doechii do it. I would love to see Tizo do it. I think they would all throw an amazing show in the future. And I actually do believe in
Oh.
the next 10 years.
Ezo
Yeah, I
touchdown.
believe in the next 10 years they all actually will headline this shit. Yep,
I love
I
that.
believe that.
That's a
Tyler
good
too.
lineup.
Another
That's
name,
fire. I like
Tyler
that.
another
I'm
name,
too.
rooting for
Coco
Yeah.
Doja.
Jones. Coco Jones, maybe.
She needs a
What?
catalog.
She
Really?
do
Can I
have a
Oh yeah,
can
yeah.
I get a
Really?
She's
You
great
who
though.
the
Yeah.
hell said really when we said you needed a catalog? Like what? Who
I
the fuck
love
said
Coco
that?
Down, but she only got like
I
two
see
records for
you.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can't
so
sing that the whole
Yeah,
Super
niggas
Bowl.
just throwing names out
can
Yeah,
I
there.
get
this is the
a
same
let
motherfuckers.
me
y'all need
let
to go
me
to her concert.
Y'all said Tito Jackson. What? Whoa, calm down.
Next, y'all gonna say Trippy Red.
Oh my gosh.
nah I
Although
want
if we're on that cusp,
Running
Lil
gets
Uzi
bust
Vert.
down. This bust down.
okay
Lil
I can
Uzi
go
Vert.
with
I wouldn't
Uzi
be mad at
for
Lil
sure.
Uzi. I think he would
Yo,
be
Tyler
yeah.
live shows is crazy though.
Who?
I was about to say I wanted a throwback. I need Timbaland, Missy, and Pharrell to
Oh
perform
my
for
god, that would be
Oh yeah, that
crazy
would be
That
for
would
crazy.
be so fire.
real.
Oh
RVA.
yeah, with the
You
Like
know what I'm
clips
a
in
saying?
feature
there.
themed like
Yeah,
yeah.
Mm.
If we
yeah,
doing
that'd
that,
be
man,
dope.
bring back Murder Inc. Yurt. Bring back
Oh
Ja
no no
Rule.
no 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 no! Let's not get
How
crazy.
many
Let's not get
Americans do
crazy.
y'all think
Super
Let's
know
not
Ja
get
fire.
crazy.
Rule? Like, be
That
Let's
so
shit
not
for
get
go
real.
crazy.
crazy.
Who
I'm
gives a
not
fuck
gonna
about
be
Ja Rule at this time?
exactly,
Like,
exactly.
what American really is
Dave
like, yo,
Chappelle.
bring back Murder Inc. They were a great
Niggas
time.
is
Where's
not
Like,
Ja?
saying it's murder at the halftime show.
Yo,
Nobody's
y'all
doing
are
that.
so
Bring
That's
back, yo, somebody
Hey,
put
if
that
50
meme.
didn't do what he
That's
do,
exactly what's
nigga, it
gonna
would be a
happen. Y'all
whole
gotta put
different
that
oh
video
timeline.
my
in that nigga Ja
Nah,
god.
Rule
niggas
performing
in
the
the Super
Bucks
Bowl, but
game.
like, nigga, I was at Firefly, bro. The fuck
and
you
let's
doing
be
here?
complete and let's be honest, y'all. 50 will never allow that to happen. Let's
Never.
be real.
Oh
It will
yes,
Yo,
Ja
never
Rule
50
gonna
Niggas
come
don't
happen.
got
out
Cent
no
is
just
a
like
credit.
he did at
crazy
that.
headliner. Speaking of
Who?
50 Cent, that nigga got hit.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
he
because
does.
he only
Nah,
came out as
I
a
was watching
feature.
50
He
Super
would
Bowl.
be a good lineup by
Headliner,
himself.
yeah.
Cause 50 really do got white America in his pockets though.
Bruh.
They be knowing them lyrics. They really do. What? Don't play Candy Shop in a
Oh
motherfucking
God,
hood spot
do
now.
do do do.
yo,
These niggas still playing in the club.
Fifth
Okay?
is
That's
Nah,
the
fifth
50
is
really
hit
got
fifth
hits
is
though.
though.
laced. He's
Timeless
laced up
hits.
with that. He's laced up with that. He's laced up with that. Yo, what about Common?
Stop.
Be for
No.
real.
Common
Stop.
Okay,
Nigga, what?
all right. Thank y'all
You
so much
accuse
for
me?
joining us tonight.
Testify?
Moving
Nah,
forward,
That
nah.
with
nigga
the
gonna pop out in that
success.
Hey,
damn
nigga
Kango
sounded
and
these
everybody
Yo,
gonna
questions
look
okay,
at
with
him
so
that's
like,
much
oh,
no love.
exclamation, like
You know
you
No,
what?
just
We be
found
here
yo,
like
on
you
okay,
just
that's
a
no
motherfucker.
we be
love.
here on
Listen,
Thursday.
yo,
We be here on
Yeah.
Thursdays because I had to mute everybody because
Cut it up. Cut the cameras. Dead
no,
ass.
because let me tell y'all something. First of all, I'm in the middle of eating my milk and cookies, and y'all was just over here just running amok in the palace. Now I let y'all slide with Coco Jones because I like Coco, but now y'all on here talking about some common. I'm gonna need y'all to use common sense and realize that common is not a woman at the Super Bowl. Now we will continue.
Yo,
Nah, he said
son.
that like really wanted the
Yo,
answer to the
son.
question. What about Common?
Nah.
yo, I know
I
Common
mean,
Like you
can't
nah.
know,
rock
you
that,
beat them up.
bro. I was being
Oh
very, very funny.
shit.
no,
I
he
was
said,
being
Nah.
very, very funny, bro. I'm
I have
serious.
tears in my
I'm
eyes.
serious,
Nah. The
bro. Somebody,
comment.
I
Oh.
got into this conversation like last week, cause he was in Tucson, performing, and somebody's mentioning gas that joint up like, yo, Common need to do the Super Bowl, and hollered, I hollered, I was like, that's not even real. Like
Tick-a-ta, tick-a-ta,
that's not
tick-a-ta,
even real. Like I
tick-a-ta.
don't like yo, nobody. That dude's gonna
There
sing the
are
light for 15
times
minutes.
and
He's
you
gonna sing that
need
song.
Everything led you to this
someone.
That's
moment
the
right
song
here,
he's
I
man.
gonna do
will
for
be.
15 minutes, bro. He's gonna do that for 15 minutes and be out. And then dudes is really gonna say he's never
What?
coming back.
He gonna come out in the Super Bowl with the flashcards doing that joint for Mary J. Blige.
Woo! No, he didn't.
Common gonna
Oh,
pull
that's
out a
another
phone.
good one. I think Mary J. Blige might be a
Oh
good headliner.
yes.
She's
Yeah.
been
She was
Mary
out
cashing
there
J.
I
with,
think
out.
she's
Blige.
overdue. I think she's overdue
Yeah.
I was about
personally.
to say she was out there with Dr. Dre. I mean, she
Yeah,
didn't
but I
She's
headline,
think
a
but she
I
was
think
headliner
there.
she's
though. I think she'd be
overdue.
a
I
great
think she's
She
headliner.
overdue
gotta
for
hit the
headlines.
dance moves though.
Nah,
She
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 didn't
gotta
headline.
hit
You're
them.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
She should get Young
with
Barbecue
the
up there with her too.
with the boots on too. With the boots on, yo.
Right.
With the
She always
boots.
got the
With the
boost
boots.
on. That's a
With the
given.
boots.
Oh. What about Lil Kim? Thoughts on Lil Kim? What about her?
Oh wow, that would be a great
Mm,
show.
you think?
I
You
Lil
don't know if
think?
it
Kim.
would be.
Yeah.
I
She
think it
move
might
a
be a
little
I
little too
think
stiff.
explicit
No, I don't
though.
know.
I think Key said it when they do the tribute show. She can be on with
Yeah,
Busta
I
Rhymes
agree.
and Ja Rule.
When they do the tribute show, like they doing a tribute show at the
Yo,
Super
if
Bowl.
white people heard
That's what I
some of
said.
the
I
names
think it
I
would
was
be a
throwing
little
out,
too
man.
explicit.
Yeah, nobody could do that. She be nah, they get fined.
That's why
FCC.
this is the nigga bowl, y'all, not
Yeah.
the Super
Well,
Bowl.
yo,
You
but
know, you
listen,
know who could do
but
it.
niggas is
That could.
about the bread, yo.
Okay,
We can't get
because you yelling. Why are you yelling in the house? Stop yelling in the house. All right, we all talking. We done passed the blunt around. Why are you
Oh
yelling?
my
Why
god.
are you yelling? What like that Nigerian video? Why are you running? Why are you yelling? Okay.
The pressure getting
All right, you're
Wesser
back.
and Wesser.
You're back. You're back.
And he said y'all was speaking
Why
nonsense.
are you running?
All right, y'all. I don't know who else will be good candidates for the Super Bowl.
Somebody in the comments says, "See, what about Sierra?"
Not by
I think she
herself.
was literally be
No.
the perfect artist for that stage.
By herself?
Yeah.
Nah,
For
somebody
this?
She
would
got
have
a
You
to
lot
said?
of like
Nah,
she got a
nah.
lot of big pop hits that we don't necessarily like, but I think
one,
for
two
that
step.
stage they would work.
Who did you
Oh,
say?
ride.
I say
Get
she has a
up.
lot of big pop hits that would work for that audience that we don't necessarily
She would
like.
have to
I can see
do
that.
lose control. She would have to lose. I named named 5 songs already that she could potentially do.
I didn't hear who you said. My fault. I was trying to hear.
No, Jan said that Ciara would be somebody put in the chat that Ciara would be a good candidate
No, that
for
would
the
be fire.
show. But I was just trying to run down her catalog real quick. Like, what songs could she actually performed as high energy? But she got at least 6 songs she could definitely
You're gonna do
perform.
goodies.
Yes. Oh, she should start off with goodies. If
Definitely. She
anything,
gotta come out the goodies. No, yeah, I about
yes.
to say.
But it gotta be like a faint, like dun 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 faint. Oh. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Chill. Let me get in my producer bag real quick. Let me go make her show real quick so I can
Make
send it
that
to her.
call. Make the call.
Let me make
You
her
know who
show
throw a
track for her.
crazy show, man? I don't know if they'd ever be tapped in enough, but Don Toliver would go nuts. Would go nuts.
I haven't seen Don Toliver perform, to be real, to even make that decision. I will have to see
What
him.
No, because why do you just piss me off like that? Why do you say Don Toliver?
That nigga go crazy. That nigga go
what
I'm just
y'all
crazy.
think
gonna let
about?
y'all have that one. I don't know.
I don't know about Don Toliver. I mean, the music is cool, but I don't know about him being an
Y'all don't
actual.
gotta be nice.
He
You could
said he
just
gonna
say
bring
no.
up Cali Uchi with her.
Y'all could
You
just say no. Y'all
know,
ain't gotta be nice.
No,
What
we
y'all
saying
think
no
about
for sure.
Playboy Cardi?
Fuck no.
This is a
No,
Uzi chat, bro. We said Uzi, so it's kind of a dub for Cardi.
it would have to be Uzi over Cardi for me if I was gonna have a choice.
Facts.
Facts. Uzi High.
Uzi fell
Nah,
off though.
Don't you ever
Nah,
disrespect
nah, I
Uzi
Uzi.
ain't
like
gonna
that.
hold
That's
it.
crazy.
I just want I ain't gonna hold it. I think when he performed at WrestleMania, he did
Cardi
I
pretty
Just Wanna
big with them
Rock.
white
It
people
ringed
though.
off.
I
It
feel
ringed
like
off.
that white woman. Who said that? Who said
Right.
it? Who said it?
Huh?
Uzi big with the white
Tattletale.
people
Who
and the
said it?
Asians.
Me? Party is big with the white people, like
Kayla, you
Travis
said that?
Scott. I'm just saying.
You said that
Kayla,
like
you should be
Uzi
ashamed of
not big
yourself.
with the white people and the
Word,
Asian
like, what's
people.
wrong with you, son?
Listen, I don't want either of them performing at the Super Bowl. I'm just saying.
Mm,
Hey, them white boy opium fans, they go crazy. I ain't gonna hold you.
It's gonna be a rage
well,
pit. I'm not lying.
guys, it's
All
been
right.
real. Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what? Okay, it's a lot going on. Okay. All
it's
right.
a
Look.
lot going on.
It's a lot. Look. Okay. So this was a lovely conversation. We really enjoyed speaking to all of you guys, honestly. But it is a Sunday, and we gotta get ready for the week. Um, so we are gonna kind of like slow things down. I know it's sad, but here's the good thing, right? So you guys can follow our page, which will keep you, up to date when we're doing spaces. We are doing another one this week. We're just trying to build our community, trying to build our little network because we're working towards something that's really, 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 really dope. And we can't wait to like show you guys. So if you guys want to stay tapped in with us, have more conversations with us about music, me and the girls are definitely going to talk about how we can do like more interactions and stuff actually on the page outside of spaces. But like, if y'all want to stay tapped in with us and what we doing, just follow each one of us. Jan, me, Milan, this is our thing. This is our baby, Reasonable Dialogue. And then just follow our Reasonable Dialogue page. If you need the spelling or anything, it's in all three of our bios, but it's RSNBLE Dialogue. So you can keep up with us, keep track of what we're doing, and see all of the fun announcements we got planned for y'all. Because we do want to keep talking to y'all and building a community for y'all. Like we really do. Anything else, sisters, you guys want to say before we wrap things up?
We appreciate y'all. Take y'all shit when you leaving. Don't leave nothing because it's not gonna be returned. We love y'all. Peace to my brothers and my sisters worldwide.
You leave a hoodie, I'm definitely wearing it. Thank you.
For show.
I guess
Nah,
we can
that's
wrap,
it.
y'all. Reasonable
All
Dialogue
Light
right.
it
is
up.
on the big screen, so y'all definitely follow up there. But as
Light it
always,
up.
y'all gotta go home, but y'all gotta get the
Let
fuck
me
out
leave.
of
Let me leave him with
here.
a song. Let me leave him with a song. Let me leave him with
Go ahead,
a
Kia. Leave him a song. What's the song?
song. I was going to see. I was confused with my direction tonight because I didn't know if I was gonna go with my signature ended song or if I was gonna go with a Kendrick song.
So what we gonna do? Surprise us.
Woo. Woo.
Let them use you.
Do you
Let
know
him
what?
use you.
Because one thing God gonna do.
How about I
Mm,
just scare the hoes with some Playboy Cardi? Now I'll make y'all leave.
you know what? Okay.
I
Shut
think
it
I'm
down.
in the pit.
Crispy
Ah,
chicken, crispy
gotta perform that.
Remix, be humble. Sit down. Crispy, be humble. Sit down. Crispy, humble. Sit down. Crispy chicken, be humble.
It's the mix. Goodbye, y'all. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm out of here. Bye.
In the chat.